Hello, what have we here?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day, another week, another episode of 30NSG. On today's show, we were going to play some Suicide Squad. We traveled to New Zealand. I brought my whole office with me. It was a bitch to travel. But the servers are down. The servers are down for Rocksteady. And boy, doesn't look good for them, but it's okay. I'm not mad in any way, shape, or form. I got to play for 45 minutes this morning. To get past the tutorial stuff. We will be playing later today whenever the servers come up. We could be playing later in the stream. But as of right now, what we're going to do, because I love just, keeping on my feet and going on the fly here, we're going to go over the Q&A. We're going to talk about what Suicide Squad has done or Rocksteady has done to this game over the last 10 months to not make the same mistakes, in my opinion, as Marvel's Avengers and Anthem did. And the reason I bring up those two games compared to all the other live service games is because Anthem and Marvel's Avengers were doing the exact same technique as what Rocksteady is doing, where all the content is free coming into the year, and they're going to depend on the microtransaction part. So this is why I'm comparing this game to those two games, not because it's a bad game in any way, shape, or form. You guys know me. I enjoyed Anthem. I really enjoyed Marvel's Avengers. I wanted this game to learn from its mistakes. We did a video last night from 11 months ago. Okay, I posted one from 11 months ago talking about, this is before it got delayed, before they canceled the May edition last year, before they pushed it to this year. And I said, these are the things they have to do to change the game. And fundamentally, they did almost all of those things. So if you want to go watch that video, it's 11 months old, but I posted it and put a little tail end in front of it saying, hey, check this out. This is from 11 months ago. In the video, it says 10 months, but it's actually from February 25th. It's 11 months. So go check that out. But this morning, we're going to go over the Q&A. If you're new in my channel, my name is 30NSG or 30 and Still Gaming. We're here Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning till noon Eastern. We go over news stories, have conversations with live streams. We do uploads on this channel. We do live streams on this channel. We do gameplay on this channel. And we do multiple podcasts on this channel. So if any of those things sound interesting, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to go above and beyond that, you become a member as little as $5. So what's happening this morning? Well, this morning, I was playing 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden the servers went down. I was like, uh-oh. I thought that the servers were going down because everyone was traveling to New Zealand. And that would have been the best case scenario. The worst case scenario actually is, and they posted on Twitter that the servers went down because people had, they completed the story already. And this is mainly on PlayStation that's happening here, okay? I went into Mr. Luke, who's a viewer of our channel, a member of our channel as well, and he told me that the reason it went down was because it unlocked everything for people that were on PlayStation. Not for everybody, but people on PlayStation were unlocking basically everything in the game. The story, the weapons, all of the battle pass, everything. So this is where the problem is. Now, I don't know what they have to do to fix this, so that's going to be down for quite some time. They said a couple of hours, so it's been down for like 2.5 hours. I think it went down at like 6:45 this morning, Eastern time, which is what, 12:45 New Zealand time. Okay, so that is a huge huge problem. Now, obviously, we always have issues with games like this, especially when it's online. Okay, there's always issues that come up where games have a issue. Let me bring up chat real fast on screen. Uh-oh. That's the wrong button. What happened there? All right, give me a second. You know what? Actually, I have to go back to that. Let me fix this. I don't know why my buttons got rearranged here. Where is... Oh, no. Where's chat? I can't bring up chat. Can't see you. There you are. What's going on, chat? So that's a massive bug. Now, obviously, people are going to be upset, and the only people that should be upset right now are the people in New Zealand. The actual people in New Zealand. Everybody else is like, they're like running around, but you don't get to play the actual game until midnight on the other thing. Let me shut this video off here because this is taking some power here. Show nothing is played by ends. Use hardware. Okay. What's going on, chat? Let me see what you guys are saying here. Finally here, get rid of those narcissistic, psychopathic heroes. What's going on, Wonder Rose? Travis, Kylo, Roadkill, Z, Jesse Mack. Who am I missing here? Behemoth, good morning. Dave Rose. Wonder Rose. D-Money, what's going on? Good morning. Is that how you say it? Champagne? Champagne, water, Behemoth, already said that. What's going on, Elo? Savage, good morning. Masta, what's going on? Alien, good morning. Good morning. I appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out with us this morning. All right, so let's bring up Rocksteady servers pull Suicide Squad an hour into early access after players' games autocomplete. Not a good sign here. Developer Rocksteady has forced to pull Suicide Squad servers offline less than an hour into the early access release after players experienced a bug which automatically completed the game after they logged in for the first time. Now, the online co-op title officially releases on February 2nd. However, those who purchase more expensive deluxe editions can play 72 hours early. Here's the thing that this is not giving crap to Rocksteady in any way, shape, or form. I hate that the fact that people, that it's like early adopters, this always happens, right? Doesn't matter if it's alpha, beta, early access, purchase game, pre-order, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days early access. The people that spend the most money are the game testers, and we figure it out before everybody else, the masses, gets it. I know it is what it is. It's just frustrating when that happens because the people in New Zealand, again, I'm not upset because it comes out at midnight, right? Like the actual time for us over here in the United States, over on the East Coast at midnight tonight. I got to play it early because I went to New Zealand, but people that played early, 3 days early access, and someone could come in and be like, well, you still got 3 days. But the fact that you have to keep working around these bugs and glitches, it's just par for the course for all these live service games that have come out, right? I mean, even Grand Theft Auto Online, when it came out 10 years ago, it was broke for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. for the online version of it. So the first territory to go live, as always, was New Zealand, in which is international players using popular region trick to Xbox consoles in order to play Suicide Squad early. However, less than an hour after the game went live, Rocksteady took the servers offline and told players the downtime would last several hours while the investigative auto game completion bug. Now, we're aware the number of players are currently experiencing an issue whereby upon logging into the game for the first time, they also have a full story completion of the studio said. Now, this is the official Twitter account that says, we're aware of the number of players currently experience the issue, whereby upon logging into the game the first time, they have fully story completion. But you know what? That's a good sign, though, because that means everyone will be completed. You know how we always look at the achievements and no one ever finishes the game? Higher percentage rate. That's good, right? To resolve the issue, we will be performing a maintenance on the game's servers during this time of the game. Let's see some more. They say the game servers during the time will be unavailable, and we expect this time to several hours, and we'll update you once the more information. We apologize for any inconvenience. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? So to resolve this issue, we'll be performing maintenance, and the game servers will be down. So that's all the information we have for you right now. So if you're trying to get in, you're in New Zealand, you just keep hitting that button. Rocksteady will let you know in the Twitter account. So make sure you're staying tuned in to their Twitter account to know when the actual game goes back to being live again. Good morning. Good morning. As long as I can play at midnight, I don't care. Yeah, when it gets to midnight, that's when everybody else will start being pissed off. It's like a fire coming at your house. You're like, I don't care. But then it's at your door, and you're like, oh, man, now it's going to burn my house, too. I'm going to be upset. Like, that's what's happening right now. People shouldn't complain about bugs until the release, full stop. No, I'll push back a little bit on that, right? The people that bought the $60 version on February 2nd, cool, right? If there was no early access and the game came out on day one and there was bugs and glitches and the game was crashing, that's the exact same thing that's happening now. The only difference is the people that are paying now paid more money than the people with the standard edition, which is the test dummies, right? So I don't want to say that they shouldn't complain. You have any right to complain because you paid your hard-earned money and you paid more money than the people in the standard edition. So I wouldn't say full stop, they can't complain. But hey, the 45 minutes you played, how was it? It was awesome. I played through the tutorial section of it, which you played during the alpha as well back in November, and it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I did the tutorial, and everybody, right? Deadshot, King Shark, and Boomerang traversal, fantastic, right? I played Harley Quinn. That's the last person you use in the tutorial, and there's this large gap at the very end before you go to the next part of the tutorial, and I kept dying. It was like 4 times, because her traversal just is really good, but you got to get used to it. You got to get used to the peak when you swing and whatnot. So it'll be interesting. I want you guys to know when you guys play it. Let me know how it goes for Harley going over that last final gap. Okay, I think a lot of you will get it, but it was pretty funny. I was just laughing, and I was laughing so hard because I was just like, now I know how a game journalist feels. Now I know how the game journalist feels. Let me tell you something. The videos that you watch online and stuff that you've seen of the gameplay, when you actually get to put it on your television set and start playing, it's beautiful looking. It is really, really good looking. Really good looking. Except you pay to discover this, not the bugs. It's features. That's right, Travis. It's features. Only early access, true release aren't the same thing. So you're saying right now, the people that are playing it's not the full release. So it's allowed to have all the problems it can for the people that paid $100. That's what you're saying, Travis? I mean, that's a ballsy take, but all right. Altern says, imagine selling an expensive version to play, taking a day off from work, and the game bugged and the servers are offline. Right, Alterna? I mean, apparently, you can't complain. You're not allowed to complain. Right? You just got to suck it up. You got to suck it up, Buttercup. That's what everyone is saying. That's what everyone's saying. Me, not me. I think you should be upset. If you're a person that paid your hard-earned money, now, obviously, the only people that can complain right now are the people in New Zealand. So, I'm saying until the street date, you can't complain. That's bullshit. The street date for the deluxe edition is the 30th. The people in New Zealand right now can complain because they said they could play it on the 30th. Now, technically, they potentially can still play on the 30th. But the servers are down, and it's disappointing, and those people can actually complain. What's going on, DP? I'm a Red Badger Reforged, but this is my first time live stream over here, and I'm going to be utilizing your channel for the future Suicide Squad content and more. This game is for you. I appreciate that, DP. I appreciate that. If I lived in New Zealand, I'd be pissed. Exactly, Mars. The fact that someone's saying you can't complain is mind-boggling to me. The people that paid their money, they want the game to work. Dave Rose says, "Fuck that! You paid $100. You played early. Plus, this damn game was delayed multiple times. It should be ready to go." I can't argue with that, Rose. I can't argue. But I'm also not getting the pitchforks out yet. You know what I mean? Because they could fix it before everybody else goes live. But I'll tell you right now, don't get your expectations so high, because when everyone gets the masses come online, and it's an online game, even though you're playing solo and stuff, their servers might crash. Okay? They might crash. I'm not saying they are going to crash, but they might crash. Early access is paying to help fix problems, 30. Anyone doesn't know that, well, that's on them. Travis, the fact that you have to pay more for the same problems is a problem in the industry. You shouldn't just turn it off and go, well, you should know this by now. That's not the answer. The answer is that these things shouldn't happen. Come on, Argus. What's the difference between single-player games that release and get a day one patch to fix this, and Suicide Squad early access that literally happens all the time? Again, you guys are just glaring it off like, oh, it happens all the time, so it's okay. The difference between this is a single-player game. Let's keep that in mind. This is a single-player game. You can play this entire game solo. You can do all the Endgame solo. You never have to play with anybody. This is a single-player / co-op / multiplayer game. You can play solo the entire time, okay? The problem is the industry where things come out broke, buggy, and unfinished, right? Again, I'm not upset because it comes out at midnight for us over here, right? But I'm saying the people that paid their hard-earned money are allowed to be upset or complain. Jay Breezy says, once the U.S. gets access to the unplayable, when the X is going to go crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You paid for early launch date. You have the right to complain. Exactly, Reese. Exactly. Jason says, according to Travis, it's a consumer's fault. Yeah. That's so I'm trying to be nice. Not smart. Speaking of servers might crash, how were they when you played? When I played, it was fine. Everything was fine when we were playing. And then all of a sudden, I got to, if you played the alpha, you got to the part where Amanda Waller was like talking to you before you get to the Hall of Justice. And then it just stopped and said error. That's all that happened. The gunplay and the traversal, when you start understanding the traversal, it feels good, man. It's smooth. It's optimized. It's very good. It feels good. All right, so what we're going to do, all right, we're going to go over some of the let me bring up the Discord real fast. I want to talk about this because a lot of you maybe didn't see my video. I went over most of the questions. But I'm going to do that here live with you guys because nothing's going on. We can't show gameplay or anything. I mean, we can show gameplay. I mean, we have it over here. This is their trailers and stuff like that. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Sorry. There you go. So this could be up, and we'll go back and forth or whatever. I want to go over the Q&A questions and talk about what this game has done that the other games failed to do. Okay? Okay. Yeah, JSBZ. If you don't want spoilers, right? There's people posting a bunch of stuff on Twitter, so you might want to stay from there. And and if people are straight up assholes and they come in here and try to spoil stuff for people, well, they'll get removed real fast. So, but we're gonna go over the questions, right? The Q&A questions. And a lot of people are kind of giving me crap for the video I posted yesterday because they either can't read or can't listen correctly. But the video yesterday that I posted last night around 8 o'clock last night, which was actually, you know what? Let me just show you real fast, because it's better to show you, right? It's better to show you so it's in context, right? So let me show you. You go to my channel. Okay. Here's a video that I posted last night. And in this video, in this beginning part here, okay, I say it was 11 months old. Okay, and then as the video starts, right, and then the big title comes across the screen, 10 months ago, February of 2023, and then I proceed to say what this game needs to do to get into good graces, and how it could change from Marvel's Avengers and Anthem, specifically those two games, because Anthem and Marvel's Avengers both had the same business model where the content comes out and all content was going to be free, and then it was just a microtransaction, the premium like cash shop and battle pass and whatnot, right? I'm not bringing Division into this conversation. I'm not bringing Destiny into this conversation. I'm not bringing any other live service game into this equation, because this is specifically free content that all came into the thing. Well, Division 2, you can throw into this. They've done a really good job, and we play Division 2 all the time, right? But can you see it? Can everybody read that? 10 months ago, February of 2023. I got people coming in saying, "What are you doing, bro? We talking crap about this game?" It's like, so someone actually told me, somebody actually said to me, wait, you know what? I just want to, let's just go to the comment section for a second, right? Let me go to the comment section, because I'm pretty sure someone said, what did they say? Let's see. What are you doing right now? Oh, this is it right here. This is a really outdated garbage take. Really outdated. Yeah. Yeah, I said that preemptively in front of the actual video. I didn't make it big enough. I made sure I made the entire screen, right? And I said it verbally also in the video. So, it's pretty funny. Winzo says, from what I heard, I don't know if it's a fact or not, but this is a PlayStation side. Yeah, it's a PlayStation side bug. Yeah. Yeah, it's a PlayStation bug. So what I was talking about in that video, and you guys can go check it out, was that basically they had to put a offline mode in this, which they did. 2, I said they had to respect the player's time, which they've announced they have, and they've done a fantastic job of respecting players' time. So we're actually going to talk about this now. Let's bring it up in the Discord. Okay. So let's see. Let's go to the first question. These are the questions they had. Hi everyone. Blah blah blah. All right. First up. That's the design. That's the Joker question. That's Joker's leg. All right, let's talk about how the Battle Pass works. It says, we received a lot of questions about the Battle Pass, and there's a lot to cover here, so let's break it down. The Battle Pass in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be cosmetic only. Okay, they have both premium and free tracks, and the new Battle Pass will release with each season. And the first Battle Pass will release with the launch of Season 1, a few weeks after the game initially released. Now, I also made another video talking about how them releasing the game, or the first DLC 1 month after, is setting the tone, which Marvel tried to do. They said they were going to release stuff, and then they didn't. And then it got delayed. So, them coming out with the Joker in March, if it's 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, it's still like in March, 1 month after the launch. It comes out February 2nd, sometime in March is when the first season comes out. If they come out and hit that, that's going to be amazing, right? That they said, hey, here's Joker, here's the content that's coming out, and here it is 1 month after, because we know the past games, the first two that I'm talking about, Anthem and Marvel's Avengers, didn't get to do that correctly. And then all the content afterwards just kept coming out late. So Rocksteady right now setting the tone, saying, hey, we're coming out 1 month after, okay, the game launches, and we're giving you our first new battle pass. We're giving you our first season. We're giving you our first new character, first new area, new weapons, new gear sets. That's huge. That's a huge thing. Okay. There's going to be a 75 tier to complete the Season 1's battle pass, including within it will be outfits, emotes, banners, swatches, and some premium currency. And this can be used to purchase cosmetic items in the store or go towards Season 1. Go towards purchasing a future premium battle pass. So there's going to be a premium currency inside the track that you can actually get enough to go towards the next battle pass. I don't think they're going to give you all of it, but they're going to give you enough to give you a big discount, I would assume, for the next battle pass, okay? It says, we're also happy to announce that you'll be able to go back to play previous battle passes after the season ends. So this is, again, huge. Okay, so Season 1 comes, Season 1 goes, it ends. Season 2 comes out. If you come into Season 2 and you think Season 1 has some really cool stuff, you can also go back and purchase Season 1. Or if you purchase Season 1 and didn't have enough time to play or invest into that battle pass, you can now go purchase and go back and play Season 1, Season 2. They're doing the Halo Infinite thing. This is phenomenal. Round of applause for them. Okay. Round of applause for them. Okay, that's respecting players' time, and this is a nice turning corner for live service games, I think, right? Now, obviously, Halo did it. Now this is doing it. Now maybe other companies down the road will do the exact same thing. Okay? It says, after the season ends, we also believe that our team has created some of the best-looking cosmetic items ever, and we wanted those to be available for all players, or for our players, to enjoy without fear that they'll miss out on anything. So, there you go. Okay? And then it says, as a reminder, each season will have a new playable character, new Elseworld to explore, loads of new gear, new missions to play, and more, all for free. And the Premium Battle Pass is an optional extra for those who want to look at the look so fly and kicking some Brainiac butt. And keep in mind, all purchasable items are completely optional and do not affect gameplay in any way. So this is what everyone's holding them to, right? Because Marvel's Avengers back in the day said there's going to be just cosmetics, and then they went above and said XP and did other things, and that was a no-no, right? So hopefully they stick to it, and that's what they said. So it says, moving on to Endgame, okay? Is Endgame also possible to do solo? I've always talked about live service games respecting players' time, and this is 100% respecting players' time. Let's read it. I know it's a little tiny for you on the screen, but it says 100% yes. All the content and missions we have in this game can be played solo, okay? Or in a group. Configuration of 2 players, 3 players, 4 players. And all you got to do is see a lovely community manager, okay? Squad up with, when you squatted up with Shroud, Dr. Lupo, and Tarek, okay? While they played through the Finite Crisis, okay? On the recent stream event, it says, is what they call the Endgame launch. It's also wanted the Endgame content as accessible as possible. And where if your friend can't log on, you can still play it and progress on your own. And if your fourth player is your fourth player squad couldn't make it because they have audacity to have an outside life of a game, like work, and they won't stop to rest, okay, you can choose. Okay, so get this, right? Let's put this in the respecting a playable, right? So Water Bear, Travis, and Dolphin are playing with me. Dolphin's got to work, right? Dolphin can't make it to the night. But we could take Dolphin's character, bring his character into the game, so we can have a 3-man squad plus Dolphin as the 4th player. He's not playing. And then when we're done with stuff, he can get some sort of rewards at the end, right? That's phenomenal, right? That's phenomenal. So when you're playing the game solo, you're also still not your own, though. It says you have the trust in the AI-controlled squad members around you, and you'll also use the gear and to give them. And whatever the talents you have unlocked, you can also make it pretty powerful. And then there's a social squad feature where you can bring in your friends, top leaderboards, players, or famous streamers' characters into your squad. It says we all love playing games, but we also have lives, sort of. And there's also a big part of it on the design philosophy making this game. We don't want the game to feel like it's a life commitment. This is a big thing because a lot of people, they hate the checklists. They hate the stuff that you're always coming back to, and it feels like this, like, shrug of just a job. It's like a job. Like, you go to work all day, you come home, and now you have to do a job inside the video game, and they said that you have life commitment. Or the game where you have to sacrifice a lot to see all the content to offer. Okay, or feel like you're making good progress in the game and you can't play hundreds of hours, we want this game to be generous, both with your time and with the features that we have to offer. Even though the toughest content, the mayhem missions, the culminations of the epic boss fights are playable solo, 2-player, 3-player, and 4-player are all the endgame mastery levels. The leaderboards also reflect flexibility, where the leaderboards for each endgame mission for solo, 2-player, 3-player, and 4-player. This is fantastic, right? Because if you're a person that you don't have a lot of friends, maybe you're shy, maybe you're an introvert, right? You could grab people, right? Maybe you're a person that's watching my stream right now, but you never ever want to speak, or you don't want to go into anyone's chat. You just want to listen or whatnot, but you want to play with my character or someone else's character. You could grab those people off the leaderboard or off your friends list, and you could start using their characters and also playing with their characters, and you feel like you're doing stuff, right? That's phenomenal, right? This is a good thing for gaming. This is a good thing for gamers and respect people's time. So again, this is a really, really good point that Rocksteady has done. Okay. Next one, it says, how much loot build progression will be RNG based? Is there expectation players will repeat certain missions or activities dozens of times to get the rarest gear / stat rolls? He says, I love talking about loot. And don't worry, this is totally be a short... well, let's skip that. Okay, it says the loot progression in our game doesn't revolve around gear score or item power or power creep like that, okay? When you get a piece of loot early in the game, this is a viable throughout the entire progress. Now, those of you that went back all the way back to when you first started watching me as a streamer, okay, when I have a lawnmower guy. Hold on one second. When I played Destiny all the way back those years ago, I said, man, I really wish that I could take my, either Mythic class or Fatebringer and just keep using it, right? But in Destiny, there's like this power creep. You can't use that because there was PvP and the gun was getting too powerful. You're not allowed to use it. You had to scrap it and whatnot. In this game, you could find a gun early on, later on, doesn't matter. You could take that gun, build a build around it, and keep using that weapon the entire time. Now, some people will be like, well, why the hell would you do that? Okay. No, I never had hair, Travis. All the way back then, okay, people are like, why would you want to use the same gun? Why do you care what I'm using? As long as my gun is viable in the thing that we're doing, why do you care what gun I'm using? You play your game, I'll play mine. In this game, that's exactly what you can do, right? You can take the game that you want to play with, you can use that, and don't worry about it, because it says, how viable will it be is up to you. Your play style and how well the loot synergizes with your build. This is fantastic. Another bingo. Thumbs up to Rocksteady. Okay, the loot philosophy in this game is really a strike of balance between the joy of getting items with really good augments, and while at the same time, give the power of a perfect piece of gear to suit the play style of your build. Okay? This is fantastic. I'm excited about this. Right? I'm excited about this. We'll go back and talk just a little bit. Windows says, yeah, people bashing the game doesn't realize that you should be able to support it because it also shows the developers to do the way of no FOMO, buy a battle pass anytime, etc. Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job, I think, with this. Now everyone's waiting. I watched a couple videos last night, okay, and everyone's still waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? They're like, yeah, sure, you're not going to charge for anything, and it feels weird because, and again, this is not their fault. This is the industry's fault for constantly screwing us over as customers. That when someone comes out and says, here, you can have it, it's almost like finding a stray dog or a cat and you try to feed it. And the cat's like, or the dog's like, I don't know, man. I don't trust you. You're like, no, go ahead, take it, right? Like, it has no trust. That's us, right? With the gaming industry. Someone comes over and says, here, you can have the battle pass, no FOMO. You can buy it anytime you want. You can play this game how you want to play. You can play it solo, 2-player, 3-player, 4-player. You can build anything you want. And then you do this. Right, Water. It's like, wait, I'm getting the food? What's the catch? What do I owe you? Interest? Do I have to pay you back somehow? There's going to be $45 skins, right? That's exactly what's happening. Right? So it's very, very, very strange. Rocksteady tweeted about the Twitch drops. Unfortunately, because I'm on YouTube, we don't have Twitch drops. So make sure you guys have someone in the background that you're watching to get your Twitch drops once they go live, if they are live right now. Travis says, this is why I bought the Deluxe, to support someone who is saying that live service can work, but only if they respect the player. People are literally complaining we're killing the Justice League in the game called Kill the Justice League. Never thought we'd see people complain about what they were told. Right. We're killing the Justice League. They're like, oh, I think we're going to kill the Justice League. We're killing the Justice League. Rocksteady's like, we're killing the Justice League. It's in the title. Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League. Everyone's like, you guys think we're killing the Justice League? It's like, for God's sakes. Twitch drops not live till the 2nd, 30. Thank you, Gon. Appreciate that, J-Gon. Twitch drops for Suicide Squad are these things right here. Hold on. I can show you. This is the Twitch drops that you're getting. Right. Oh, I thought they posted it. Was it in there? I thought they posted it in the Q&A. It's like these neon type of skins or whatever they have. You could find them on the Twitter. Got the Endgame solo stuff. No, Mo. The what's happening right now, PlayStation members are, when they turn the game on for the first time, it's unlocking the entire game for them. Battle Pass, all the weapons, all the skins. It completed the game for them, so the servers were been taken down about an hour after it went live, so they can fix it. That's what's happening right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below. It helps us out. We're a small channel, growing. We've been covering this game for quite some time. We've been covering it. We have videos that go back past over a year talking about this game. I've been a component of, I've liked this game from the start. I like Rocksteady. I'm looking forward to Rocksteady's storytelling. Until Rocksteady proves me otherwise, I don't care that it's not a Batman Arkham game, right? I'm a fan of live service looter shooters. I'm a fan of DC. I'm a fan of, the storytelling of Rocksteady. So everything after the story is just bonus for me. So that's where I stand on this game. I'm excited for this game. At least will be fixed by Friday. Well, you hope. You hope. Thornwell. So it auto completes the whole game. That's pay to win. That's right, Hilly. But do you see? PlayStation got the advantage. Xbox people didn't get the advantage, or Steam people. I did not, Dustin. I have not tried the Sea of Thieves, the Tall Tales of the Monkey Island. I have not yet. I'm really excited to play the campaign at the type of it won't skip any cutscenes first playthrough. I am not playing on purpose with any of you guys. I want to enjoy the single player. I'm not going to be one of those people that flies through the game to make content. That's not the type of character or person I am on YouTube. I'm going to play through. You guys know me. When I do a playthrough, I take my sweet time, go through. We enjoy the story. We have conversations as we play through it and whatnot. And then once we're done with the campaign, we'll start grinding, making builds, doing things like that. So there's plenty of other content creators. You'll never hear another content creator say, hey, go watch other content creators. If you want build videos and stuff like that, Lejeune, I know it'll be one of the top people in this community. Lejeune loves making build content. Okay. I forget the other person's name. It's missing. Yeah, we're gonna have a clan name. It's usually called. Well, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because I don't want anyone to take it. So we have a clan name. The longtime people that have been here, they know what the clan name will be. Tyler Reed says, I'm excited about the game. I just hate all this hate this game is getting for no reason. Yeah, they turned off all the servers. You can't play it. Well, Miller's streaming, but I don't know if Miller does build videos. The context that I was saying, if you guys like the build stuff, like different builds for different characters, I know Lejeune is a big into that. He was huge in Marvel's Avengers. Will I have access to early access if I buy the deluxe tomorrow? I want to say I don't know, Fool, but I would say yes because it's still before February 2nd. So I would assume if you buy it before, it's still a pre-order, so you would get it. But I would also hold off until you find out if the servers go back up. You play the game early if you pre-order? Yes, you can play the game early, but it's down right now for server issues. Michael Kennedy says, people like Asmongold shitting on the game for no reason. He holds such a big influence, it affects the game too sadly. Or, yeah, but here's the thing, right? One of my longtime followers here, Big Mad Mo, always says, chew your own food. Okay? And if a person doesn't like something, cool. The people that are playing the game, there's plenty of people I think that know what this game is. They played the alpha, they played the beta, right? They've seen enough videos. They've made a choice of deciding to purchase this game if it's day one or if it's pre-ordered. I mean, I don't think they have to sell 20 million copies, right? But I think they will sell enough copies where they do make it, which is a big component of the everything's free, okay, afterwards, right? So Anthem came out, they sold a lot of copies up front, but not enough. Marvel's Avengers came out, sold copies, but not enough. And then they were depending on the microtransactions to fill the gap. Where I think Suicide Squad, for what we've seen, if people play the game and see what the game is, they'll know it's a good game. And once they know it's a good game, they'll buy it. And if enough people buy it at the start, and I'm not saying before the game comes out, I'm talking like 1 month in, 2 months in, like the first 6 months. If it gets its sales, let's say it's 6 million, 7 million copies, then they'll be good. And they don't have to rely on solely just the cosmetics for everyone to buy. They can move it over and go, hey, sort of like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky keeps bringing DLCs out. And they say, hey, look, we have all this content that comes in the game. You guys like it? Buy the game, right? That's the same mentality I think Rocksteady is going into with this, where they're giving you the content, they're giving you the first season, and they're showing you that they have all this content coming out for this game. So if you like it, you know, buy the base game. Right? But we'll see. We'll see. We know. We watch your Burton Epic with Starfield. Everyone wants this game to fail. I don't know why. I don't want any game to fail. Right? We talk crap about Skull and Bones, but I don't want Skull and Bones to fail. The reason I talk bad about Skull and Bones is to notify people, hey, this game has been resetted 4 times. Just don't buy it day one. Just wait 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and then do your research and then buy the game you want to buy, right? Maybe if they did the bug on purpose to prevent people from getting their passport to New Zealand. Is that the script? Are we going with that, Water? Is that the script we're going with? Asmongold doesn't even play these games. He said he was, though. He said he was because IGN didn't get review codes, and they're upset. So Asmongold said he's going to review it because of the injustice that happened. Okay. Now, back in my day, I'm old. Okay. Back in my day, access, okay, was given to the people for very few. Everybody else had to go buy the game when it came out. The only thing that I had to do when I had to buy a Nintendo game back in the day, or a Sega Genesis game, or Atari 2600 game, is I had to look in a pamphlet. Okay? A pamphlet, for those of you that don't know this, is a piece of paper, and you actually had to turn the pages. It was like a newspaper, and you would get them in the mail, or you would subscribe to Nintendo Power, and then you would turn the pages, and there would be like a small little paragraph. They would have a couple of pictures of the game and a paragraph and say, hey, this is what the game is. And then I was like, oh, that looks great. Ma, can I buy that? And they're like, you sure can. Get your ass out in the yard, mow the grass, take out the trash, do the dishes, and you'll earn some money, and then you can go buy the game. And I was like, awesome. And then I did that. Now, review process is that they want to be handed a game. Okay? I don't do reviews on this channel. I don't do reviews on this channel. You'll never see me go 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 1 out of 10. We play games that we like. Other people might not like those games. We play the games that we like. And then I give you my opinion on those games. And based on my opinion and based on the videos that you're watching, you let me know if you want to buy that game or not. That's it. I know it's hard. IGN complaining how the Flash being too fast. Yeah. It might get faster in the harder difficulty levels. Okay, it might be faster. Okay. Let me continue here. Talking about the loot system. Okay. Let me go back to the loot system here. It says all loot in our game has a set number of augments, basically additional stats that these based are rarity. Each augment can come in at 3 level of powers, uncommon, rare, and epic. To give you the more example, an uncommon piece of loot, you can only be a 1 augment, but the augment itself can be uncommon, rare, or epic. Or rare piece of loot can have 1 or 2 augments, and on the epic, it's 1 to 3 augments, okay? For legendary, infamy set, or notorious loot, there can be 2 to 3 augments, and gives plenty of opportunity to get the item with really good rolls. It says, however, like I said, it doesn't want to be frustrating to get the gear drops and augments and don't fit your build, so that's why we have a feature with Penguin's crafting and overhaul and Toyman's modification or totes, okay, or eliting, and the final Poison Ivy's supercharging, okay? It says crafting is what you would do expect if the loot that you earned, though, through the story also added as crafting recipes, so you can also easily craft them if you happen to get rid of them. Sort of like what Division does, kind of like crafting or reroll type of stuff. Overhaul is rerolls, okay? All of the augments on the piece of loot, which gives you the way to reroll the item without worrying about having to sacrifice the loot gods to try get that piece of loot again. Modifications lets you re-roll in any augment of any item. You can also pick up the 3 new random augments or keep the one that you have. Once you reload the augment, you're locked into being that re-roll augment, i.e. if you re-roll the uncommon augment on the item, then you locked in. Okay, only be able to re-roll the uncommon augments or another uncommon augment. Okay, Totes lets you re-roll the augment. You can also pick up the augment. If you want to roll from the list of possible augments, there's also a modification presets with also a list of random augments. So also the stat ranges. Okay, so again, if you ever played Division 2, that's what that is. You can re-roll, you can craft, you can customize. Okay, eliting. Okay, it says insanely powerful because it unlocks the ability to modify the totes, not just one augment, but all the augments on the item. In short, eliting things, you can control the perfect augments of your item that's suited, built for that playstyle. So if you find a gun that you really like, and you want to do all this stuff, you can elite that gun and all the augments on that gun, and then that gun becomes your gun. There's many guns like this, but this one is mine, right? Name that movie. Okay, supercharging lets you upgrade the afflictions of an item to make it effective. Okay, last even longer on the enemies, which is very cool as well. Okay. So they want more details. Okay. They want more details of the end game. He says, what type of quest design can we expect in terms of end game questing? He says, ask and you shall receive. We decided early on that we wanted to lean in on the difference between the characters as well of a wide range of crazy build permutations. To provide the most variety in the game, alongside somewhat frantic combat, this is definitely something that we think that you'll like to launch in the Finite Crisis end game. All right, the builds can also find them construct the essence, essentially fundamentally change the way you play the game. Our game is pretty full of chaos and mayhem, and also the poor squad members. But then again, they sort of thrive on that, and the frequently of intriguing set of chaos. That said, the goal of our mission is the type of games that was also allowed the characters' traverse mechanics and playstyles to really shine, and also crazy build permutations, and we have the really stand out. Okay, it says, when it comes to post-launch, we don't want to spoil too much, but we are adding, but each episode introduces a whole new endgame chase themed around DC villains, which will also be even bigger and better when the Finite Crisis endgame, and they'll also be able to play playing at launch. Each episode will have 3 full tier of infamy sets, okay, a whole slew of notorious items and legendary items, and also resolve around the theme of episodes and the infamy set villain sets of that episode. So if you know about the episodes they showed Two-Face and Scarecrow coming, so there's going to be gear sets around them as well. Okay, and while we did say we don't want to spoil too much, at least we have to say that first episode will be adding 6 incursion missions, 6 stronghold missions, new killing theme encounters, and finally a whole new mayhem mission that culminates in a unique boss fight. Okay, so here's the big thing that I've always talked about: respecting players' time and the upside down triangle. Those of you that don't know what the upside down triangle is, most looter shooters, live service games do the triangle. You start the game, and when you start at the bottom of the triangle, right, you have all this stuff to do, right? You can go do this mission or that mission and go do the story, go do this. And as you keep going towards Endgame, it ends up at the point. And the point is, example, in Diablo 4, you're doing just the nightmare dungeons, right? In Destiny, you were only doing the raid, that one raid at the time when it came out type of thing, or dungeons itself, okay? There wasn't a lot of stuff to do. In this game, okay, they're opening it up. So it's an upside down triangle. So as you play through the game, more stuff. The more seasons come out, there's more stuff to do. And you can go do what you want to do. So if you come in later, okay, then you can go play Season 1 stuff. You can go play Season 2 stuff. You can go play Season 3 stuff. You can go do these 6 incursion missions. You can do those 6 incursion missions. You can go do the boss fights. You can go do how you want to play because it's respecting your time. Solo, 2-player, 3-player, 4-player, and then there's also leaderboards and whatnot. So I think that's a really cool thing that they're doing, right? Now, obviously, on paper, it sounds fantastic. We'll have to wait and see how it is once the actual game comes out, okay? Which, at this point, people are going to grind through this game so fast that I would say by the time it releases Standard Edition, we'll know what Endgame is, for sure. For sure. Water says, in Destiny 1, you're only doing the loot cave. Yeah, you only shot into that one cave to get all your stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Can you share anything interesting with builds and team? He talks about the builds, and I don't really want to talk about the builds. Let's see what else they have here. Will there be a way to replay the campaign? It says, yes, absolutely. Okay, you can replay the whole story or just jump back in and replay your favorite mission. Maybe you want to replay the story as Joker, or maybe you want to fight the Flash over and over again as a different squad member. These options are all available to you. Again, respecting the player's time. It's fantastic, right? So, it says, if you want tougher gameplay or New Game Plus type challenges, then we have Metropolis Invasion levels. When you start the game, you have your standard easy, medium, hard difficulty levels. But once the main story has been completed, we unlock 5 additional difficulty levels over and above the hard. So this is, again, I'm going to reference Division 2 or Division. Once you're done with the game, maybe there's like a black tusk that comes into the game, like different enemies come in once you're done with the game. But then there's a New Game Plus, like World Tiers, that there were in Division and other games as well. This is at launch. This is not coming 5 months from now, 6 months from now. This is at launch, right from the start. You're done with the campaign, boom. Is it too easy for you? Raise the difficulty level. There you go. Okay. It says you can complete the missions while playing on the invasion level to unlock the next higher level. And this means you can replay the whole story and increase the challenge as you go. And you're also good enough to survive. It says another little sneak peek into how it will work. These invasion levels not only increase the difficulty of the game, but it also rewards on whatever parts of the story you're playing. So there might be some unique legendary items or master versions of familiar items when you play on the higher invasion levels. So I think what he's saying here is if I go through the regular campaign and we fight Flash, okay, you kill Flash. But now you want to grind Flash. The story content is he's dead, right? I'm sorry. Did I just ruin it? Something? Kill the Justice League, right? Right? You kill Flash, but now you continue on. You're like, you know what? I want to go back, replay that mission, but I want to do it at the end of the campaign. I want to go back and fight Flash again, but I'm going to fight him at a mastery version level, and he drops something completely different, right? That's cool. This is like Borderlands-esque now, okay? So there you go. It says clans seem to be an interesting part of the game as promotes both teamwork and competitiveness. Could you guys go in more in depth on how the benefits of the clan work? It says we wanted to have the clans in the game promote bigger feeling and being in a squad, even when you aren't directly playing with others. And we wanted to get you the rewards from engaging with your clan, so you feel like you're progressing with the clan as a thing together. Again, respecting players' time. Okay, this is good stuff, right? So at the same time, just like Suicide Squads themselves, we wanted to maintain the inter-squad competitiveness. Each clan has its own leaderboards. Okay, so our leaderboard, our clan's going to have a little fun, competitive banter and stuff back and forth. Whoever's at the top, try to beat them and whatnot. Okay, which is just for clan members. However, if you beat the clan member's score, you get to send them a rival taunt. So that's fun, right? Each with a highlighted playtest within the design team, and may or may not have to send by 10 of those. And he talks about how internally they've been doing that. It says they also interplay between clans and social squad. If you're part of a clan, your squad bots gets filled in with the members of your clan. Not only do I get the joy of sending you guys rival taunts, but I get to beat them using your own characters. Now, that's pretty funny, right? So now I'm playing with Big Mo, Travis, and Water, and then I beat Water's time by using Water, Big Mo, and Travis, okay? I beat their times using their characters on my team. That's pretty fun, right? It says the clan has both daily and weekly challenges, and completing these will earn XP for the clan, which then turns into rank up the clan. And each clan member also has an individual rank up within the clan itself to increase how active and how they are, and how much they contribute into ranking up the clan. This is great as well. Okay, other people will probably kick out people if you're not active enough and whatnot. Our clans is not going to be like that, but we don't know how big the clans are. That's a problem. I don't know how many people can get in a clan. We'll see if it's like 50, 100. I'm not too sure. If it's only that, we'll try to make more clans if other people can be the leader of that clan, and we'll move on from there. Increase your clan's ranks will also unlock rewards for the clan. These rewards benefit all members of the clan, and the range of cosmetics with the unique clan banners, XP bonuses, and resource bonuses. Okay? So it says your individual clan rank shows how much you've contributed in progress of the clan, and this comes with its own slew of rewards. By the way, weekly clan care packages, and the more contribute to, the better the rewards. So the more you do with the clan, the higher reward levels you can get. Okay? Incentive. Right? So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Can you join a friend midway through your playthrough? Yes. In matchmaking setting, in the open to friends, when the game is allowed to drop in, drop out throughout the most of the story and beyond, there are a few exceptions to the rule, though. But the player trying to join will be held as the queue or in a queue and will enter the game in the next available opportunity. And if you're playing in a private session, you can always send a squad invite to a friend, or if you want them to join your squad straight away. Now, Elseworld missions are some of the biggest challenges in the game. And you also need to have your party locked in beforehand. If you're going to get rewards from the most challenging missions, you need to have them before it starts. It's only fair. Now, the game also allows you to play with friends, and even if you have a different part of the story, for example, if your friends at the start of Chapter 3, while you're at the start of Chapter 2, you can progress them through Chapter 3, and then progress will then course itself, right, to be saved, or course be saved. When you go back and continue your story in Chapter 2 and complete the chapter, the game will then recognize that you've already completed Chapter 3, and it'll give you the option to skip the parts you already played with your friend. This is another good feature, right? This is another good feature. Okay? It says, how will matchmaking work? Okay? First off, let's talk about the online matchmaking philosophy. As he mentioned before, he wanted to make sure that these little frictions as possible when playing through the story. Okay? In any group configuration, we're not only let you freely replay the part of the story, but it also wants you to make sure that you can jump ahead and play with friends and not have to replay that part of the story unless you want to. Respecting the player's time. That's a big theme here for Rocksteady. Okay? Our online matchmaking philosophy is very similar to what we were giving to you in your options, as many as the freedom as possible to play with the game and the way that you want to play it. All the content is playable solo or with friends, and of those console players and also those that want to play a game solo, you won't need to need a PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass membership to do so, right? You just need online. You don't need those memberships. It's like Fortnite, okay? You don't need to be on the subscription services to play the online version. It's just free. Okay. At launch, our game has 3 different matchmaking options: private, open to friends, and public. Okay. If you make a private game, games are invite only. If you want to play solo, you have your control over who can join your squad, and this is the one for you. The only players that can join in here are the ones that decide to be invited. Okay. Open to friends is an online session where online friends can also join your squad without first receiving an invite, and public is open to everybody, obviously. Okay. Let's see what else. That's it. Squads themselves brought the criminals together. Okay. So it says, I've been loving the competition between the devs regarding the best player and the leaderboards. Okay, how will the leaderboards work on the top players? It says the squads themselves are a bunch of criminals put together. And don't worry, let's skip that. We have leaderboards amongst friends and clans. You can send rival taunts to the when you surpass them, and you can also help but smirk and feel great sense of satisfaction when sending a friend, a clan member, or rival taunt, knowing it'll be the first thing they see when they log on. Okay. For a wider level of competition, we have global leaderboards for solo, 2-player, 3-player, and 4-player squads. And when you place on the leaderboards, your character squad loadout includes talents and cosmetic that you also can use at the time of the time all get recorded. During development, if there's any really competitive, we also want at the top theory crafting, improving how to play and pushing it a little further to ensuring that we look as cool as we can to beat our records. Each episode introduces a new leaderboard at the end of each episode. So what leaderboards was locked at all the players and had the score of the leaderboards actually get rewards based on the ranking. Once you locked in, we save it in the leaderboard forever, so you can always go back and look at what you placed. However, since you can replay the old episodes, however, you can bring the gear with you to the future episodes back in there with you. Once the episode is over, we're introducing a new leaderboard for the episode, a dynamic leaderboard. The leaderboard that also lets you complete for the highest position in perpetuity. Okay, so that's pretty cool as well. They showed some new artwork, and let's bring this up. Okay, let's bring this up real fast. Open link. Okay. So, Season 1 comes out sometime in March. I don't know if it's beginning of March, end of March. Okay. Free seasonal content, Season 1. You get the new playable environment. You get the new DC villain-themed weapons plus gear. You get new boss fights plus enemy variants. You get a new playable character, the Joker. You get new Riddler content, new activities of strongholds, and you get 2 episodes, which is the story kind of content missions. Okay? And it says, and more. We don't know what the and more means, but hopefully it means something cool other than what they're already giving us. Okay, giving us the amount of content that you're getting right now, just in the base game, is good. And everybody wants to know, like, what's that extra, what's the catch? What's the catch? Like we talked about earlier, right? Veteran Gamer says, main goals to get really strong and help people. I'm playing through the story. My main goal, Veteran Gamer, is just to play through the main story, enjoy the campaign, and then it's all about community. If people want help going through the story, if people want help with boss fights, if people want help doing missions and leveling up, I'm all about it. We did it in Avengers. We did it in Avengers, and we'll do it again in here. Yeah, I just want to play the main campaign. I don't want to play with people because some people that you play with, they like to skip the cutscenes and they don't want to watch the stories and stuff like that. So I just enjoy, the content, enjoy the story, take in the work that all the developers did. I feel like this guy's cutting the grass like literally right outside my window. Give me 1 second. Man, he's just like, it's like right here. That's crazy. It's a weed whacker. There's not a tree outside. Can you guys hear it? Travis says, my main goal is to frustrate 30 while playing as Boomerang by taking his kills. Well, I'll just kick you. I'll just kick you. It'd still be my server. You think you're gonna steal my kills? Do you remember what happened in the First Ascendant, Travis? Do you remember when we played the First Ascendant and what happened when we played that? Who was taking whose kills? Who was when we were doing the waves and waves of kills in the horde mode? 3 of you guys were on one side and I was on the other, killing everybody by myself. Didn't even get to you guys to kill. That's right. That's right. I was stealing your kills. I was stealing your kills. Yeah. No, it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be fun when we do it. We do have new emotes in the channel as well, if you remember. The 4 emotes that we added. Where are they? We got 4 new emotes. We got Harley, Shark, Deadstroke, and Boomerang. I made those inside of the AI program. So they took the place of other ones, but we could swap them out, you know, if games and whatnot. We can add to it. I have a Joker one ready to go as well. Actually, is Joker in? I don't think I put the Joker in. No, Joker's not in. We'll wait for Joker to come in. So I appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out with us. If you guys are new to my channel, which I know you are, do this Monday through Thursday. We usually have a news show, but since Suicide Squad, this is the week of Suicide Squad. Every morning we're going to be playing Suicide Squad to get through the story campaign. Once we get through the story campaign, which will probably be by the time February 2nd comes around, we'll be playing with people that want to get help. You can come in, grind with us, level up with us, do different missions with us. So, any news on the maintenance will be complete. Can't find anything anywhere. They said it'll be down for several hours, Ryan, because of the I want to call it a glitch, server bug. PlayStation players unlocked the complete game, weapons, battle pass, skin, everything. Game completed, so they had to go back and shut down the whole game and basically, I think, reset everybody, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how they're going to do it. Come on, Hemi. We'll let this play in the background here. Well, Travis, I have 3 potential coming out this year, right? We have this one. We have The First Descendant. And then we have Transformers Reactivate, strongly rumored, coming out this year, later in the year. But we'll see. We'll see. I also enjoyed the first hour. I was in there for 45 minutes, and it was very good. What's going on, Feed? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So, basically, my channel is we usually do a morning show at 10 o'clock in the morning, sharp. Eastern time. I'm on time all the time. Okay, 10 o'clock to about 12, 12:30, even to 1 o'clock. And we have news stories and we have conversations with chat. We go to this screen right here, okay? And chat's there. I go back and forth. If you guys can't tell already, it's going to restart now, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to restart. And then we just have conversations, right? We read the news. I give you my thoughts right in there. I don't read the news ahead of time. I don't write a script. Everything I do is on the fly, okay? So we also do uploads. I try to do uploads every single day. This week might go down a little bit because I'm going to be playing Suicide Squad, so we'll upload Suicide Squad. We'll do live gameplay of Suicide Squad. We'll upload the episodes of Suicide Squad as well. We do Let's Plays in the evenings, usually. This week we're doing, like I said, Suicide Squad during the day, the night, and then we also do podcasts. We have a podcast that we've done 3 episodes so far. It's called 30 Podcast. We interviewed the Kingard. We interviewed Miller. Maybe that's where some of you guys are coming from. We do that Wednesdays when we have a guest. And then we do another podcast on Thursday nights all the time. It's called Generation X Gaming. It's a weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories from the past week, and we rant along the way. Those of you that don't know, I love shooters. I love looter shooters. I played the hell out of Borderlands, the hell out of Destiny 1, 2, Division 1, Division 2, Anthem, Marvel's Avengers, this one, Outriders. It doesn't matter if it's live service or not. I go all in with any game I play. Last year we played Hogwarts Legacy, put 167 hours into it. Starfield, we put 192 hours into it. Diablo, we put 170 hours in. So we like to go deep into a game, learn what the game is, so then we're more educated about talking about it. Come on, Titan. Which Justice League member is in the game? No Aquaman? Well, there's rumor. Miller, when he was on the podcast, he said, I would be happy. I said, I would like to see, like, other Justice League members. I said, like, Martian Manhunter, Hawkman, and Aquaman. And he said, he didn't say they're coming. He just said, well, you're going to be very, he said, you're going to be very excited then, is what he said. So, I'm waiting for Outlaws. Suicide Squad can carry me till then. Outlaws is my #1 game this year. I love what Outlaws is doing because I really like Red Dead Redemption, and Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws reminds me of like Red Dead Redemption, but Star Wars. I'm really excited about Outlaws. I hope it comes out later this year. I'm looking forward to it. We have 134 people in here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, man. Help a brother out. Right? Help a brother out. Outlaw's gonna be a 10, no question. You know me, Travis. I don't want to get hyped up like that. You know what I mean? I mean, for me, it'll be good. You know what I mean? For me, it's gonna be good. I think down the line, Titan. Who's to say that they don't bring in a Justice League member? I'm not saying every season, obviously, not every season, but it could be down the line, like maybe twice a year they bring in a new guy. I don't know. I don't know what they have planned. I'm excited to see, but also cautiously, right? I'm cautious because of all the other games that said they were going to bring and then they didn't bring. So hopefully it does really well and they keep supporting this game going through. Here's my thing, right? A lot of people want to give crap to this game, and if you're a person that doesn't like these types of games, then just move on, right? If go play the game that you like. Why give the effort of crapping on a game that you don't like? It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. You know, Red Hood is like a big fan favorite of people. You know what I said? I said this to Travis the other day. I go, it would be neat if they brought it from Gotham Knights. They brought the same voice actor from Gotham Knights over, and that's the Red Hood from that game. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. We are 14 people away from 2,000 subscribers. That's crazy. I thank you very much for all the subscribers this morning. Appreciate that. Eclipse says nothing. He says Deadshot. Member, 4 months. Eclipse. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the continued support. How would Red Hood's traversal work, though? The same as exactly it did in Gotham Knights. He ran across the thing. He did exactly what he did in Gotham Knights. Magic Dolphin, thank you very much for the 8-month support. They wouldn't have to change anything for Red Hood. Did you play Gotham Knights? Eclipse with the gifted 1 membership. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Nah, I don't want that. In Marvel's Avengers, Travis, they did that with Pym, Hank Pym. He like came in, shot a cannon, and then left. No, I don't want that. I want playable characters. I don't want what they did in the mobile game we played as well, Marvel Future Revolution, where they kept bringing characters in. They're like, oh yeah, we brought the Hulk in, but you couldn't use the Hulk. Hulk just like popped in for 3 seconds. Chris, D&D, Topher, thank you very much for the 3 months. Feels like I have been here longer. That's because, minutes feel like months on my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the 3-month support. Red Hood is a zombie mode. Maybe rework the gameplay with the shooter. Be good. No. I meant how it could call a drone in and fight with him. Oh, okay. I thought, yeah, they could just literally take Red Hood for what he was doing inside Gotham Knights and just bring him over. Traversal, his abilities. Do you know what I mean? Brittany Jones says, can you earn all cosmetics in game or some of them exclusive to the Battle Pass? They said, actually, you know what? Let me bring it up. I don't want to misquote them. Okay, let me bring it up. Let me find where they did the cosmetic thing here. Shop will be outfits available. Okay, so right here it says, with some items being exclusive to the shop and some outfits be available to unlock through gameplay. Okay, that was the question. This is a great question. As with everything in our game, we really wanted to bring the DC universe into all facets, and of course, including the cosmetic items that have been in the game. These can be acquired in a number of ways in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. You may have caught a glimpse of the Riddler AR challenges in Metropolis. These time traversal challenges will reward you with awesome outfits if completed quickly enough. So you can earn them there, okay? Outfits will also be unlocked by progressing through the story, which also can be worn at any time after being earned. And it says, and finally, there'll be cosmetic items that can be earned in the Battle Pass or purchased in the store. As stated above, Battle Passes from previous seasons will be available to purchase, and progress after that, thereafter, season has ended. So there you go. What's going on for life? No spoilers, but damned. There was a lot of from their glitch in PlayStation 5. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there. A lot of cosmetics. A lot of guns, a lot of things. Big Mo, 11-month membership. Mo says, my girl, keep up the great... My girl. Thank you. Letting my hair grow out. Great work, 30. Also, for the win. And boo. I want Black Canary. Here's the thing I'll say, Jesse. Here's the thing I'll say. I know we get excited about this stuff, right? Who could they add? We did this with Marvel's Avengers, and I'm not saying don't get your hopes up. But what I'm asking is, don't go, hey, are we going to play as Darkseid? And when Darkseid doesn't come in as a playable character, you're like, man, they dropped the ball on that one. Do you know what I mean? Right, Slayer. Manage expectations. You can hype up what you want, but don't turn it around on them when you want Birds of Prey and Birds of Prey don't come to the game, and you're like, they could have done that, right? Like people are upset about Joker, right? They're upset about Joker because Joker doesn't look like Mark Hamill's Joker. He's not from Arkham, or he's not the Joker from Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, or he's not Heath Ledger's Joker type of stuff, you know? Come on, Paul. There might be a Catwoman. You know what? I thought Catwoman was going to be in Gotham Knights. I thought for sure they were going to be in Gotham Knights. That's a missed opportunity, right? But Gotham Knights, I enjoyed a lot. I thought the gameplay, I thought the open traversal of the world was great. I think they could learn, other games could learn the open world better, because there was like point and purpose inside the open world, and it felt like you were a crime fighter. It felt like a crime fighter. All right, Travis, have a good one. Give me Bloodsport and Deathstroke, and I'm good. Well, I think you might be getting one of the two. You might be getting one of the two. What about Clayface? You know what, stuff like that, Jason? When we were playing Marvel's Avengers, I wanted so bad a Doctor Strange. Yeah, we're playing as soon as the servers go live, Titan. We're playing as soon as the servers go live. So I'm free up until like 2:30. okay? And then I can come back, and then I can go live early. And tonight, our normal time's 8 o'clock, and we're playing tonight. Hopefully the servers are back up, but we're playing tonight. If not, let's say they're working all day, we'll be back tomorrow morning, and we'll be playing tomorrow morning and throughout the rest of the week. Day and night. We're going through the story. And I know a lot of people don't want to come in because they don't want to be spoiled or whatnot, and I get that. No harm, no foul. I'm not. My hopes is up in my expectations, but it's my prediction. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. We could take anyone. I would love to see certain characters of Justice League members to go against, right? I just think a lot of people like to put their expectations out there and then they get disappointed. You know what I'm talking about? We did it in Marvel's Avengers. I can watch until the alpha ends. Catwoman would be perfect for the skins and cosmetics. Yeah. No, there's a lot of people. Here's the thing, right? A lot of people are like, what's to say that this game with the gun system is what the game is going to be if it doesn't evolve over time, right? I understand like guns are like caked in, but they could if you've played, you know there's a melee system in there and the combo system and stuff like that, right? So they could bring in other characters that are not so gun-centric and it can have a special ability. You know what I mean? Like if Killer Frost came in, right? She's not known about using guns, but she can use a gun and also have her powers, right? It'll be interesting to see how they balance it. And at the end of the day, it's a comic book game, right? And it's not the comics. This is not like erasing characters in your comics that you read or the animated series. This is their own universe. This is Rocksteady's universe of Arkham. And they can bring in or take out or add or do whatever they want in this. And I'm here for it because I just want a comic book game to feel fun and like a comic book. Who do you think has the best movement? I'll tell you what, Paul, during the opener when I played this morning, I really like Deadshot. And Deadshot, King Shark, and Boomerang all have really good traversal right from the start. Harley is so difficult, but I know that in her skill tree, like you could get good with her off the base. It just takes a little longer to grasp what you're doing with her. Okay? They all feel really good, and they all feel really distinct on their traversal. But I have to say, just from the start, I would either say Boomerang or Shark. My order is easiest to hardest is Shark, Boomerang, Deadshot, Harley. The background music should be on. Yeah, it's on. Is it? It's probably too low. Here, I'll raise it up a little bit more for you. I don't want it to get too loud because then it overshadows. Do you think they're doing an open beta would help make sure things like this doesn't? Yes and no, but this is not a server issue. This was a PlayStation server issue. This was unlocking things. So I guess, sure. I think stuff like this, Brittany, I think just happens regardless. Like you could you ever work an event and you think you have everything covered, and then all of a sudden the event opens up and then everything just goes to shit. I think that's what's happening here. Like, I don't think you can plan for certain things. Like, there's no way they planned that everything was going to leak from the microtransaction shop and the game was going to be completed on PlayStation. Someone forgot to put a semicolon or something in the code. I don't know what happened, you know? Nick says, I don't know if you've answered this. Love the stuff you do. Are you making a clan? Yes. In any of these games, we make a clan. I don't know how many people are going to be in the clan. So if there is a limit, what's going to happen is the people that have been with me the longest on my channel, that are playing the game, since I can open it up and make it public or not, we're going to send those invites first to the people. And then we'll open it up to anybody else. And then if there's a max, we'll open up another clan, and then people can join that clan as well. Eclipse says, I can't wait to get far enough for Deadshot Tree, where you can keep hovering. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Clan, you say? What's going on, world? Like, just look at this video stuff, man. The traversal, it feels so good. And they've done a really good job with this, where even if you're terrible, right? Even if you're a terrible gamer, okay, you can do combos and stuff, and it makes you feel badass. It makes you feel badass. It's easy to pick up, hard to master. If that makes sense for some of you, right? Like, anyone can pick it up and it'll make you feel like a badass, but the people that really dig in and start leveling up their skill tree to certain things and start mastering your character, it's going to feel really, really good. Really, really good. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in this document. Let's see. Oh, the HUD that people were always complaining about. Oh, the HUD's too much. The HUD's too much. Oh, it's so ugly. The HUD's too much. Or launch, you can control visibility of these following things. Okay, the HUD mini map, aiming reticle, larger persistent center dot, enemy health bars, enemy health bar prompts, damage numbers, player markers, players' names, incoming damage, dynamic tutorial, combat flare challenges, full screen effects, and health shield effects. That's at launch. When episode 1 comes out, just 1 month later, you're going to be able to turn health and shield bars off, X-bar bar, mission objectives, D-pad input prompts, traversal attack, suicide strike, and squad ultimate abilities, HUD input prompts, and traversal bars. But it's not customizable enough. Since I'm on Steam and I won't be able to play until tomorrow, kind of happy launches today on Game Pass. What Rotato? What is that? Rotato. Oh, and the little that I got to play through the tutorial and some of the cutscenes, man, the voice acting in this game and the interaction between them. I mean, we've seen it in the trailers and stuff, but it's so good. It's so good. I can't wait to just play this game and enjoy the campaign itself. The acting from every voice actor I've heard so far is fantastic. Vampire Survivor with guns? Chat, I'm going to ask you a favor, right? 100. I never look at the chat. I never look at the number of chat. There's over 100 of you guys here. I did not know this. Okay. I need 7 of you to hit that subscribe button to get me to 2,000. Okay. All right. If you're here for Suicide Squad, I'm going to be covering Suicide Squad from now till whenever. Okay. So if you like Suicide Squad, hit that subscribe button. All right, so the next thing I'll answer, it says 2 episodes per season. But what episode's supposed to be exactly from the design standpoint? Will some episodes be different in concept than others? And they say each episode will definitely be different from the last. There are, in fact, a unique event, or even from within the same season. Seasons themselves are defined by the huge content drops, which feature new unlockable playable characters, new Elseworlds, and new Battle Pass. Okay, each season, the squad gains access to one of Brainiac's previous conquered Elseworlds to take the fight to him. So players will gain access to not only a new squad member to add to their roster, but the whole Elseworld to explore and cause mayhem in. Now, a lot of people think, now the way they describe that, a whole nother Elseworld. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a chunk of just a section of an island, or are we talking another map, the size of the map that we're in? Again, I don't want to get people as excited, but I'm just trying to figure out, what does that mean, right? It says a whole new Elseworld to explore and cause mayhem in. That's insane, right? So it says our Battle Pass, which features cosmetic only, runs across the entire season. So over 2 entire episodes, which means players have even more time to earn cosmetics across the free track. And for those who really want to lean into the cosmetic, right, their unique versions of the squad, there's a paid track. Okay. Tori, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Secret of the Matrix says, hopefully the bug is fixed when it launches at midnight. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that people are not doing it right now, but, you know, place a teleport, but plus change the maps. Yeah, I mean, I thought they were just, like, small little, like, we all saw the map, right? Like, I thought it was just going to be, like, a district. I thought it was going to be a district, which it could be. But the way they said it, it says a whole new Elseworld, right? So I don't know. We'll see what it is. Can you play the game right now on PlayStation? You can't play the game anywhere right now unless they went back up. Here, let me see. It went down because the PlayStation servers were bad. Let me see. No, servers are still down. Servers are still down. Hopefully early access people get compensated with free skins or something. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they'll give them some, like, currency or something. Hopefully they fix it before it hits midnight, because right now New Zealand's really the only one's really affected for a couple of hours. Now it's getting in on over midnight wherever, like UK time or whatever. Well, actually, UK is... They're behind us or ahead of us? They are ahead of us 5 hours. Right? So they have some time before it starts to creep in on the next major market. I would say it's probably the size of the Endgame map from Shroud's stream. Yeah, I looked at that and I thought it was just a section, like a region. But the way they're saying it, Josh, there again, let me read it again and we'll see what they say, right? It says that so players will gain access not only a new squad member to add to the roster, but a whole new Elseworld to explore and cause mayhem in. I don't know how big that is, right? Paul says 4:30 p.m. So you go. So you got you got 8 hours, 7.5 hours to fix it before it gets there. Come on, Jarza. Ah? Yeah, I got it, Jarza, huh? We're learning. Hey! We did it. We got to 2,000. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now 10 people are going to... Doesn't matter. I saw it. I'll screenshot it. Hopefully there will be at least a variation of the Elseworlds depending on the mission that you're doing. Well, yeah. I think the mission that they showed during Shroud's thing is the same Elseworld, which is just the normal Elseworld that we got into, which is the normal Metropolis. When Joker's land comes in, it's going to be completely thematically different. Same with Gotham. Same with the other... And you guys see my message? What's going on? We just said it multiple times. It's PlayStation servers were unlocking everything. So Rocksteady had to shut down the servers. Now the tires to 3K. Yeah, Chris. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, if you find her attractive or not, I don't really think that's their goal. I mean, I agree. I would rather see like attractive, but she doesn't look terrible, right? She doesn't look terrible, but she doesn't look as hot as what you would think Wonder Woman looks like. But I totally get it. It's not going to ruin my fun because she doesn't look like an anime girl. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Elseworld we were doing was said they were also in the world different villain sets. Yeah, the Elseworld that they played during that mission was just the normal Elseworld, the main one. And then anytime they bring something else in, but we don't know how big that was. They never turned the camera around. They just went straight ahead. Like, is the Elseworld like the tutorial part? Like, as big as that? Like, it's big, but it's not big, right? It's not a wide open map. Like, you're on platforms and jumping to certain places. Basically, PlayStation 5 reviewers are bad at games, and the dev had to unlock all the content to forget to switch it off before full release. What do you guys feel? Right? What do you guys feel about the review process? Right? I've been saying for quite some time that majority of people don't care about reviews. Right? I say realistically, I said nobody cares. Nobody cares about reviews. Now, obviously, there are people that care about reviews, but if a game sells 7 to 10 million copies, and yet you go to a review site and there's like 10,000 reviews, okay? Lots of people don't care about reviews because they're not leaving reviews and they're also not reading reviews. So this whole debacle that happened this weekend with IGN tweeting out that they didn't get a review copy and they're not getting a code, and that they said that they're not getting a code and no one's getting a code, but maybe some people got codes. I don't know, right? But as of right now, nobody that I know or saw said that they got a code. So what do you feel, chat? Do you feel that we've turned a corner in the industry where is this bad on Rocksteady because they're hiding something? Or do we think it's them making a stand going, you know what? Let the public decide. Dave Rose says, I absolutely care about reviews. Oh, Rose, I'm not saying not everybody. What I'm saying there, when I say lots of people don't care, the majority, I'm talking about the majority of people don't care about reviews. That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, there's people that care about reviews. Obviously, we read reviews. But I read reviews more for content purposes than I care, right? I like more of an overview, right? Like if I pick up a box and read the back of the box and it tells me what the game is, like I'm okay with that. If it looks like it's something I'm interested in, I'm gonna buy it. So is this game good or bad? That's up to you to decide. Obviously, I'm talking about it, and obviously I've played it, and obviously I've enjoyed it. So Dave Rose says, that to me can be a red flag when they don't send review codes before the game comes out. Now, okay, totally get that, Rose. But what about if it comes out now and it's a good game? Is it still frowned upon that they didn't give review codes? Hilly says, Hilly Hydrix says, I think the industry should move away from review codes. I like people talking about the game who have skin in the game. Back in the day, Hilly, people would have to buy. Reviewers would have to go buy. Right? Even movie reviewers. They had to go buy a ticket to go watch the movie and then make the movie, right? Opening weekend for movies back in the day or albums were solely based on everyone buying it, going, I like it, don't like it. And then a whole business came about that where they were getting access ahead of time and it would help game companies kind of build up that reputation. But we've turned a corner where a lot of companies shit on games, which can hurt those companies because of their taste, not because the game's actually bad. You know what I mean? I like watching reviewers / YouTubes, not so much from outlets that have like Tom, Dick, and Harry working on different reviews. Breezy says you could also what do you say? I missed what you said. Where'd Breezy go? You could saw reviews codes are like sponsored streams also then. True. At the end of the day, some people are shepherds and some are sheep. Sarge says, if they didn't get a review code and you care about reviews, then wait for them to buy it and review it. Right. Right? Like IGN, they bought a pre-order copy, they play the thing, and then if you're a person, a consumer that doesn't want to get the game until your YouTuber / outlet plays the game and then reviews it, then don't buy the game, right? That's usually how it worked in the past. You don't have to get the game 3 days early access, 5 days early access. Yeah, I think reviewers should have to buy the game if they want to review it. I'm sorry, but it should be like that. Eclipse, I agree. Yeah, I agree. But being honest with you, I'm glad IGN didn't get one. Hopefully they stop writing. Yeah, but see, I really don't think it's about bad reviews. Right? You're allowed to say what you want about a game. And I'm okay with them saying, again, a 7 out of 10 is not a bad game. Just putting it out there. A 7 out of 10 is not a bad game. Reviewers are not concrete predictor of successful games. Best example, Helldivers and For Honor. Plus makes the leveling playing field for reviewers. I just think that reviewers should review when the game comes out. And you as a consumer don't have to buy. I've said this my entire streaming career, okay? Which is like 8-9 years, right? You don't have to buy the game day one. You don't have to pre-order the game. You don't have to get it week 1, month 1. You can wait. Some of my favorite games I played months and months afterwards. Borderlands 1, okay, I played like 9 months after the game came out. Okay, Mass Effect 2 was months after it came out, and I never played Mass Effect 1. And I went back and played Mass Effect 1 and then played Mass Effect 2. Favorite game of all time. Mass Effect 2, favorite game of all time. My problem with the situation with reviewers is when you saw people like Destin rip the game into 2 for stupid reasons, like the Flash too fast, and he got knocked out for animations for no reason. That's understandable, right? Like, how can you respect that when he says something and then shows something on screen? Garrett Green says, I'm not spending money a game unless I have some idea about the quality of the game. Sure, but you don't have to buy it day one, though, Garrett, right? You know what I mean? You don't have to get this game 5 days early access, 3 days early access, day one. So if a reviewer gets it day one and it's like a week afterwards, that's, I think, good for you, right? Saves you money on day one, and you're waiting for the review process to happen. What do you think of a sponsored stream with Shroud, Lupo, etc.? Was it genuine? What do you mean genuine? I mean, I think it was genuinely like they got money for it, and they generally didn't know how the game was, and they enjoyed the game. I think that's genuine. IGN has it out for Suicide Squad right now. Second negative article came out a few minutes ago. Oh, really? But you see him get hit by an attack, right? Buy the game. Review the game. No, but reviewers help make informed purchase choices. Sure, but why do they have to get it early? Game comes out on Tuesday. They get their copy on Tuesday. You, as a consumer, can wait 1 week afterwards. Or you could buy it day one and make that own choice. Right? I don't know. That's how it was in the past. I think ACG is legit when he reviews his games. He buys them regardless. And I think you should. Any independent person should buy the game themselves if you're going to give a review. You'll never see a review on my channel. I play random games that I enjoy. I look at it. Okay, I know it's hard. Hold on. Let me grab something for you. I take a game off a shelf, right? I go, oh, what's this? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. Fire up worldwide across the cosmos in a fresh take on Marvel Avengers Guardians of the Galaxy. An action-adventure game, and your Star-Lord leading up to the unpredictable Guardians from the exploration of chaos the next. That looks good. Optimized, okay. Single player. Yeah, I think I'm going to get it, right? That's how games are purchased. That's That's how it's done. And if I don't want it, I put it back on the shelf and go, you know what? I'm going to go watch a YouTuber. I'm gonna watch a little bit of gameplay. I'm gonna watch or maybe read a review and see. But even if I wait, I still would have to see something to show me good, whether or not the reviewer of gameplay, stream, etc. But my point is, though, Green, that you have that option, right? Them getting it a week early to give you the review, as a consumer, you can wait. You don't have to get it day one. It's that feeling we have to have because of the hype that we have to have it day one. Companies do not have to give free review copies to everyone. They can do what they want. Rest by the game. If you don't review site, free reviews are not a given. Good game right there. Crazy how Epic gave it away for free. Yeah. The developer didn't say if it would use issue refunds for customers who paid extra $30 either. IGN don't read the TOS. And I think the best reviews are from small streamers and normal gamers, not big outlets. Well, I think at a certain point, it becomes their business is to make reviews, is to get those clicks, to get that ad revenue, right? That's their business. That's how they pay their bills. And for anybody to get that game just an hour early, a half hour early, do something, right? Even now, people traveling to New Zealand so they can play the game, so they can get in on the YouTube stuff, right? Guilty. Because that's the business, right? That's the business. Early access starting January 30th, 2024. Actual playtime depends on purchase date, subject to possible outages and acceptable time zone differences. When does it go live? It's live right now, House, but they're having... So New Zealand went live, and an hour into it, PlayStation players were experiencing a glitch where they unlocked everything in the game. The campaign completed, the battle pass completed, they had all the guns, they had all upgrades, they had everything. Massive problem. They shut the servers down. Nobody can play right now. So if they fix it in time, then yes. Come on, hero. Waiting to see if my flight to New Zealand is going to be depart on time as we speak. First headline, we've played Suicide Squad, didn't like it, and then complain because they didn't get the review copy. Where is the article? Is it in our Discord? Is it in our Discord? Did you guys post it on our Discord? I'll look it up. Is it on Twitter? Probably the first thing I'll see. Is New Zealand available on Game Pass? No, it's not. Is this the article right here? Oh wait, is this the article here? Is this the article you read? Tyler Reed says people want this game to be dead on arrival so bad IGN is butthurt because they got denied. So now I just feel like they bashing it just to bash it. Screw reviews. Trust what you like, not what others say. I agree, Chris. I agree. Like, I played the first Descendant. The first Descendant. Didn't know what the game was. Played it. Played the alpha or beta last year. And holy Christ, the characters look phenomenal. Eye-catching, butt-popping. Like, they looked beautiful. Men and female. Night Tilt says, stop reading, watching reviews after Gotham Knights released. But bad faith reviewers whom thought the game was bad because of user error and skill issues. Knight, I love Gotham Knights. Love Gotham Knights. Everyone's like, shit game. I'm like, not a shit game. The story's good. The combat was good. Like, everything about that game was a good game. Like, I don't know where we are as a society when a 7 or 8 is a bad game. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused. Yeah, that all servers are down. Doesn't matter if you change your and it's not your time zone, it's your region. You gotta change your region. The problem with IGN is, do they have the rights to judge a game and can't they copyright them? Right. The problem with IGN is, do they have the rights to judge the game and can't they copyright? Copyright what? The review? Sip and Tea says, now this game does look shit though. Look, servers are fucked. I mean, Sip and Tea. I would like to have a conversation, right? If you think the game is trash, right? And looking shit, that's what you're saying, right? Like, meaning you're not interested in this game, right? If you're not interested in the game, then why are you looking up information for the game? I'm seriously asking. I'm not trying to be rude in any way, shape, or form. People are trying to say Suicide Squad looks better than Gotham Knights, at least that don't require online or NPC. Well, online's coming off. The offline mode is coming down the road. Now, I like Gotham Knights, and I also like Suicide Squad. I remember I didn't play Alien Isolation because IGN gave it a 5 out of 10. Did you never play it, Brittany? Or did you go back and play it? Is this the article, though, Paul, that you were talking about? I've been guilty of calling a game bad, which is unfair. I now say it's not for me. Words do matter, though, Hilly, right? People love getting hate hard-ons for some reason. Yes. Should have been day one, though, to be fair. Shows you how lazy the devs are? For what? Who's lazy? Suicide Squad? I'm confused where you're taking this conversation. People are trying to say Suicide Squad looks better. I already read that part. Come on, Lejeune. Yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, Lejeune, I was telling people, I was like, if you're coming for me for builds, I was like, if you want build guides, go to Lejeune. Lejeune destroyed in Marvel's Avengers, making builds and stuff for Marvel's Avengers. He's gonna be the guy to go to if you want builds. One of them. There's lots of others out there as well, but. So the server's just down, or was the game pulled back from people's libraries? No, the servers are down because there was a glitch in the PlayStation system where they were unlocking everything. Everything. Story, gear, battle pass, everything. Are you trying to tell us that Batman dies in a game where he's part of the Justice League, and the title of the game says "Kill the Justice League"? Spoilers, people. Spoilers. Spoilers. Oh, you're gonna be one of those people, huh? All right, that's cool, Sippin'. You know, it's all right. It's all right, bro. Sippin' got up this morning, and he was just like, Oh God, I hate that game. I'm gonna go play something that I don't like and go watch streamers. Oh wait, Suicide Squad. I have no interest in. I'm gonna go to a stream and I'm gonna go watch so I can ruin everybody else's time. Also, what people need to understand, yes, the server's been down, does suck. However, the best they fix it now rather than the game launches globally. Absolutely. It is frustrating, though, to go that people paid more money than the people that are waiting for it to come out in the second, and they're having these problems, right? So the people that are upset about that, right? I'm not upset. Even though I played this morning, I'm not in New Zealand, but you do the trick with New Zealand, you get to play. But I'm not upset because the game's not supposed to come out until midnight. Now, obviously, midnight comes and it doesn't come out, then I can be upset. But I'm not upset right now. You ended up playing it and loving it? Nighttail says, I hate the campaign for the game. It's nuts. What other games have received the amount of visceral recently? Recently, Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights was another game that got that shit on because it wasn't a Batman game. It wasn't a Batman game. And it also got shit on because they're 30 frames per second. Everyone was like, 30 frames per second. They were like losing their minds. And it's a fantastic game. I'm pretty sure Marvel's Avengers had issues on early access too. They did. And it had issues after. My game broke on me. I couldn't get in to the final boss fight with MODOK. I had to wait 14 days. 14 days for them to do a patch in Marvel's Avengers before I could play it. Go on, Apex. That's the risk, early access. Things are bugged out. Yeah, but as a business, right? As a business in the world, the people that pay the most suffer the most as well in the gaming industry, right? You buy a game early, you pre-order it, you do all the stuff, and sometimes it's broke, buggy for a couple days, and then when it comes out, it's all fixed for everybody else. It's not just these guys. It's not just Rocksteady that it happened to. It happens all the time. It's an industry problem, not a Rockstar problem. Or not Rockstar, Rocksteady, sorry. Venerant Gamer says, this is a shooter live service, not comparable to Cyberpunk or other games of that genre. Yeah, but you could play this game solo, though, Gamer. Marvel's Avengers launch was terrible. Yeah, we forget. We forget how bad it was. We forget how bad it was. But when you like something, you're blinded by it. So let me see. Let me see what this is talking about here. I don't think this is the right one, though, right? It's a promo code. I think there might be another one. What live service game that's not an MMO is successful? I'm curious because I've been looking around. I love them regardless. Like successful launching? Well, funny enough, Diablo 4, when it launched, it had a lot of people on, and their servers were pretty rock solid when it came out. Still had issues, but it's probably one of the better launches of a live service. It's not doing very well right now with the live service because the population's upset about whatever they did. I'm not following too closely for Diablo 4, but Diablo 4 launched very well. I heard Dragon Dogmas 2 was 30 frames per second. I don't see no one complain about that. Well, everyone's selective, right? If they don't like something, they'll let you know. Yeah, but Roadkill, the reason they had the queue times, and they fixed them pretty quick, right? They fixed them really quick, is because they had like 10 or 12 million people buying the game and coming out. They didn't expect it to be that bad. Which boggles my mind because game companies know how many pre-orders they've sold, right? They look at the sheet and go, oh, well, we got 10 million pre-orders. Maybe we should open some servers. Although after 10 months, I still have multiple dungeons I can't leave. I have to use a town portal. And that, Hilly, is the reason why live service games start to suck. Because over time, they made all their money up front. And they're like, do we have to fix it? Let's just leave it to see how it goes. Right? That's what happens. That's what happens. Was Borderlands considered a live service? Borderlands wasn't considered a live service because it was just released. And then they, every like month or a month and a half, 2 months, whatever it was, they released DLC. So they kept supporting it. But each of the DLCs, I think, was like 15, 20 bucks, something like that. It's before the live service part. Look, at this point, right? The older I get, the more chilled out I become. Okay? And I'll be honest, I was pissed off when Grand Theft Auto Online came out and it took 2 weeks to get in, right? I was pissed when Defiance would constantly crash. I was pissed when Destiny wouldn't work and you had to wait in long queues. These things I get, like, you're upset because you paid your hard-earned money and you want to play the game that they told you that you could play. But sometimes, right? Sometimes, what was the game that came out recently that it blew up because people, not Power World, before Power World, right? Where a game blew up. Oh, Once Human, right? Once Human came out and it was a beta, right? And it blew up out of nowhere. And there was long load times and stuff like that to get into the queues. There's certain times that companies just don't know because they don't know what's gonna make it or not. What's gonna be popular or not gonna be popular, right? It's like a tweet or a post that you put. One of my videos that I post, if it gets 100 views, cool. And then all of a sudden it gets like 1,000 views. I'm like, what the hell's going on, right? It all depends. So, look, I understand it's frustrating, and this is why instead of sitting and hitting that A button over and over and over and over and over, that's like a junkie, you know. We want that dopamine. We want that. Like, sometimes just like walk away, because the more you push that button and the more it doesn't go live, the more you get angry at them. And then as soon as it pops on, it's like a baby. When a baby's crying and all of a sudden you show it a video or something and it goes, ah! And then it goes right back into, that's what gamers are like most of the time, right? We're like super upset. And then all of a sudden we like come back to reality and we're like, oh, yeah, everything's fine, right? I don't get like that anymore. I don't get like that anymore. It's like, oh, it's not working? Cool. Shut it down. Do something else. Like, I could be sitting here right now. Why isn't chat working? I gotta refresh chat. Let me refresh you. No. Property. All right, let's see if it works now. What was I saying? There it is. Chat's back up. Right, shit happens. Not surprised it happened at launch. Happens with every live service game. Right, just play something else. I was talking about, I could have the load screen on the screen right now and keep hitting refresh and be mad about it. Or we talked about something else and have conversations about other things. You know what I mean? Avengers had no plan. This is why it failed. It had a plan, but it didn't come together. Like that episode of South Park, the game called Chasing the Dragon. Oh, man. The game sounds like it was very well planned out. I had a video right? When I talked about, I think they took this 10 months. I think they took the 10 months for this game, and they worked on the end game. I think I said this when Marvel's Avengers came out 2 years ago. I said, I wish they had, like, if a game takes 5 years to make, but they release it at 3 and then fix it over 5, I think you wait, right? I think you wait. Instead of releasing at 3, you release it at 4 of the 5 years, or release it at the 5, okay? And then work on that content that you were going to release. I truly believe, and I have no proof of this, I think Rocksteady was going to make the exact same problems as Marvel's Avengers and Anthem and all the ones they did before. And because of what happened to Marvel's Avengers, they had to call an audible. They said, holy Christ, we cannot do what they did. Okay? So, and you got to remember, Marvel's Avengers at that time was a much bigger, like in the public eye, was a much bigger franchise because of the movies and stuff that were going on. Now we're coming right off the end of the Endgame and phase, the phase bore, okay? But they were like, we have to do something. They said, let's delay it. They delayed it for the 10 months, and now they come out and they tell you, right? They tell you that we got this, we're respecting your time, no FOMO, we're going to have so much more Endgame, you're going to, right? Just constant stuff that we asked for all these other games over the years, and all of a sudden Rocksteady has all the answers. Convenience or coincidence, right? Because Marvel's Avengers, the servers were so bad and they never fixed them. Well, they because the game was so broke, they were chasing their tails the entire time. I can't tell you how many times I ran the same mission over and over on Avengers. Oh, I know. The combat was so good. And this is why I compared Marvel's Avengers to Anthem. Anthem's combat was so good. The flying, that flying was better than Iron Man. And then Marvel's Avengers came out. I remember I was like, Iron Man better fly as good as Anthem's exosuits. Like, the combat was so good. Hulk was so... Dude, those of you that... I played other Hulk games before. But Hulk in Marvel's Avengers, I was like, this is what Hulk's supposed to feel like. And then they messed up on the jump. And that's why King Shark reminds me of that. Like, it was so fun to play Hulk and just destroy everything. On Anthem and how they were not allowed to discuss Destiny or Division internally. Then they made all the same mistakes. It's stupid, right, Bumblepants? Right? Like, it's so stupid. Like, why? Why? And the corporate machine says, look how much money they're making. We need to do exactly what they're doing. And I look at it now as, thanks, Marvel's Avengers. Thanks for screwing up and being that Battlefield 24, not Battlefield, Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 did for microtransactions what Marvel's Avengers did for live service games, in my opinion. Honestly. Division 2 has done a really good job. They left it, right? They left it, and then they rebooted it up. They were not going to do any more content for that game. They left it frozen for almost a year. And then they're like, yeah, we're coming back. Because they're going to continue supporting the free content or whatever. Division 2 is actually a really, really wonderful game as far as how they, what's it called? How they support the live service aspect of it. Go on, Stealth. Seems like a majority of gamers are afraid of new things. Midnight Suns came out, but they wanted Ultimate Alliance. Suicide Squad was released, but they wanted another Arkham game by the numbers gaming. Here's the thing. I didn't get Marvel's Midnight Suns, right? I really enjoyed that game when I saw it. And then I saw the card system, and I was like, I don't want a card system. Now, I'm still interested in that game. Fate Walker, another content creator, he played it and showed me. Like, I went to his Discord, and he was just playing it. And I was watching. I was like, wow, that's actually really good. But I still didn't like the card system. Then he showed me the card system and how it works, and I was like, oh. I was like, that's really good. But then I didn't get it because of just the timing of what was going on. Because didn't that come out, and then Hogwarts Legacy came out? Like that came out in, like, October. And then Hogwarts came out in February, and I was playing something else in between. But just as for me, it didn't fit my time slot. Midnight Suns was pretty fun. Got boring because the main character is so. It's a good watch. IGN on hate campaign, if I ever saw one. Where is this hate campaign that they're doing? Mo, post it in the Discord if you have it. Was that the article? That's the article that was they were talking about? All right, I'll read it then. I thought they were talking about like a code or whatever. All right. So Suicide Squad is already down to just $44 before release day in the UK. There's definitely still benefit of buying physical games, especially when there are deals like this on found only days before release on AAA titles like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. In other news, titles like Tekken and Suicide Squad is down to just $43.96 from trusted seller Game Collector of via eBay right now, which is over $26 off RRP. I have a question. Are they basing this off of something off of eBay? How do we know the guy didn't steal the How do we know the guy didn't steal it off a truck and then it's just making money? Are they seriously saying the game's on sale right now? Like, what? What are we talking about? Fuck's sake. Okay. This is a tremendous discount, especially since the game isn't out yet until February 2nd. And all you need to do is use the code JPay20 to secure the deal. We also like the handy links to just below. That's amazing. How do we know this is not him? How do we know that? Interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying it's him. I'm just saying. He's doing a service. I get it. He's doing a service of giving us the link so we can go buy it. The deluxe edition is also available for those interested in the cost of $65.86 with his code JPay20 down to the $100 RRP. No, you'll need to log into eBay account in order to utilize the promo code. You'll also need to put your bank account in and take a picture. And like, what are we talking about? Moreover, the promo code will expire January 31st. So you don't have long to secure the incredible offer of Suicide Squad for any amazing games. Okay, that's awesome. We're gonna go past that. Is early access available for Suicide Squad? Players opting in for the deluxe edition can enjoy early access to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League starting from January 30th at midnight in our local time, providing a 3-day head start before the official release. We've mentioned in the deluxe version, the game physical copy can be pre-ordered at this place. They're really pushing this code, guys. We're really pushing this code. Okay. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is set to launch worldwide on February 2nd at midnight across all regions. Players with the standard edition can access the game in their time zone set to midnight on February 2nd. And I preload Suicide Squad. Gamers have the option. Okay, gamers platform support Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Okay. That's it. That's not really a bad article. But they are trying to say the game is on sale right now through eBay. I mean, okay. It is not on Game Pass. It is not on Game Pass. Paul says, no, the shop is fine. I buy from them, but the discount is from eBay, not the shop. Okay. It was a little weird. Was it last week? A couple weeks ago? Like every day, multiple times a day, they were posting that article.
What have we here?
Every day for multiple days, they were posting that article. Thank you very much for that sub. Appreciate it. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is 30 and Still Gaming, 30 NSG, or Mike. We do a show, usually. This is our normal schedule, 10 o'clock in the morning to about noon Eastern. And we cover gaming news stories. We read the news articles live in the morning show. It's like a morning radio show. Okay, I interact with you guys back and forth. And basically what we do is we have conversations, right? It's not a banter. It's not a debate. It's like I read the article live on stream. Don't read the article just like I did now, right? I just read an article, and then we have a conversation about gaming. Now, because Suicide Squad's out, and I'm really interested in Suicide Squad, we're going to be playing Suicide Squad this week, okay? So what's going to happen is I'm going to be playing during the morning. We'll be playing in the evening as well. So we usually do a gameplay session at night from 8 o'clock Eastern time to about midnight, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we're going to be playing Suicide Squad all week this week, all mornings this week. We also do multiple podcasts on the show. We do one usually Wednesday nights when we have a guest, and we do one every Thursday called Generation X Gaming, which we go over news stories, and then we rant along the way. So we've been doing that show for 10 years, almost 10 years. So 10th season, but not 10 years just yet. And then we do uploads as well. So if you like any of this content that I do here, right, I'm a one-man band. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. We will have a clan inside Suicide Squad once we can get to that point and play. I appreciate all the support today. I never ever look at the stats of my page. So right now, the people that are in my channel, when I looked earlier, there was 132 of you in here, and that blows my mind because we have about 30 or 40 usually. So 132 of you were here. I talk this way if there's one of you in chat, or if there's 132 of you here in chat. So I appreciate it very much for coming out and hanging out with us today. Travis is back. I'm sending you a message in Discord as my thoughts on Red Hood. All right, let me look. Discord is free for everyone. We have a general chat that everyone's allowed to be in. And if you want more perks to get into it, you be a member of the channel. You can submit news stories to us as well. Travis says, I have two issues with Red Hood as he is in Gotham Knights. One, Gotham Knights isn't the Arkham timeline, which ties into number two, which is the Mystique leap and the spiritual brutal stuff as a result of the Lazarus Pit, which in Arkham's timeline was a torture, but not killed, and whatever went into that Lazarus Pit. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's in the Arkhamverse or not. Travis, it doesn't matter if it's in the Arkhamverse, because the Arkhamverse, if Brainiac is pulling from other timelines, it doesn't matter. Stealth with the gifted membership. Appreciate that, Stealth. Thanks for the continued support. Yeah, I just love video games, man. We just talk about video games. We don't try to hate on anything in any way, shape, or form. We don't try to. I don't take it from a. If I don't like a game, I don't try to take the spot of I'm hating on the game because I'm hating the game. I don't hate the game. I hate, like, for instance, Cyberpunk 2077 came out and it was broke, buggy, a mess. Okay, I'm not mad at Cyberpunk 2077. I'm disappointed with CD Projekt Red. And we talk about how the techniques and how the industry does stuff and how we shouldn't let that happen, right? If you enjoy games, enjoy what games you want. We take it more of a industry side than a individual side. Like, people are upset that Rocksteady didn't make Arkham Knight, and they made up all the stories. Like, well, they were working on a Superman game and they canceled that, and they were working on this Batman game, and it's like, they're allowed to work on what they want. They're artists. And everyone's like, well, they made this and we made them. And it's like, yeah, and they gave you 4 Batman games, 5 with the VR, right? So, like, people are upset because this game, which, mind you, if you have that mentality, they made a first-person shooter game first. So if they didn't take a risk of moving from the first-person shooter game to a third-person, over-the-shoulder comic book game of Batman, you would have never got Batman, right? But they don't want to see that, right? They see it in the world of, well, they made a Batman game and now they didn't make a Batman game, right? How dare you try to experiment and do other things? I guess it's because Red Hood is a default Batman character, so I thought it needed to bring out other universes, but I guess you could say Joker was so. Yeah, right. What I'm saying is you might not like it, Travis, because they put Brainiac in this game, though, and he could pull from any DC universe. He could technically pull from the main timeline in James Gunn's Superman can come into the game. You see what I'm saying? Like, obviously, what I'm about to say doesn't mean it's going to happen, but you know. Okay, James Gunn came out last year talking about how they had the main timeline, the Elseworlds, and whatnot. I understand the Elseworlds has always been a DC thing, but the Elseworlds in the James Gunn's world is that they can pull from anything. Put it in a TV show, put it in a movie, put it in a comic book, put it in a game. So imagine in a world that Warner Brothers, if they're smart, only if they're smart to do this, okay? Peacemaker Season 2 comes out in 2025. This game is doing very well, let's say, and then all of a sudden they decide to bring Peacemaker in. Now, they have an option. They could bring Peacemaker in, John Cena's Peacemaker, okay, and bring him into this universe, or they could just bring a Peacemaker from some other part of the Elseworld universe, right? They could do cross-promotion. Even if it's not Cena, they could bring Peacemaker into the game just to do cross-promotion with the new season coming out. They could take the new Superman that's coming out, and they could bring that Superman into the game. Right? You see what I'm saying? They could do crazy things if they really wanted to. Now, I don't know if they're going to do any of this, but it's very smart the way they potentially can set this up and do. So are you watching the State of Play Wednesday? Probably not. Mo, what time does it happen? What time does it happen? It's usually like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, is it not? I'll be honest, I'll probably be playing Suicide Squad. We'll probably go longer in our morning stream, but be playing Suicide Squad. Right, Titan? Like, don't do anything that Marvel's Avengers did. Don't do that. you put it in, okay. Well, this is a different article, isn't it? Yeah, this is a different article. So Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League pulled 1 hour after Deluxe Edition launch. This is also from IGN. So this is two articles. Rocksteady Studios has been forced to pull Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League offline just 1 hour into Deluxe Edition early access launch due to a bug automatically completing players' games. Though the Batman Arkham Universe live service game doesn't launch proper until February 2nd, those who paid an extra $30 for the Deluxe Edition were granted 3 days early access. But if you want a code, you can also buy it here. Granted 3-day early access. This means that it now should be available in New Zealand, but it also reported VGC, the game currently offline and will be on several hours. Rocksteady issued a statement on Twitter addressing the issue, though it didn't indicate if the game would still be offline as it launches in the US or other regions. The developer didn't say if it would also issue refunds to consumers who paid an extra $30 either. So it says, quote, "We're aware of the number of players are currently experiencing the issue whereby upon logging into the game the first time, they have full story completion," the statement says. To resolve this issue, we're performing a maintenance of the game's servers. It says, quote, "During this time, the game is unavailable, and we expect this to take several hours, and we'll update once we have more information. We apologize for any inconvenience." Now, going back to what IGN says, it says, "Those looking forward to Suicide Squad have responded with the frustration to the game being taken offline, adding more fuel to the fire that already has been a rocky reception." I guess. I mean, me saying something is biased now, so that's pretty poor, and that we did not catch this at quality assurance. Now, sucks for people that paid extra to play it, and early, Ethan Max said on Reddit, absolutely does not help with the image that the game has added to what's already happened. Now, the issue has also brought up upon more calls of importance of the offline mode, which Suicide Squads doesn't have despite Rocksteady's refusal to call a live service. An offline mode will be added after launch, but the developer only gave us a vague 2024 release window. Rocksteady has faced an uphill challenge, bringing its fans on side following the announcement of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and revelations about the live service elements, with many hoping to return to the developers' roots of Batman Arkham-style game in the future. See, that's the real crux here, right? People want this game to fail because magically they think they're going to pull a game out of their ass and be like, well, here's your next Batman game that we haven't been working on, right? Like, that's the mentality. We need this game to fail so they can make the next Batman game in 5 to 7 years. Like, what are we talking about? That's like saying to somebody, man, that's a crappy car you got. I hope you wreck it. I hope you wreck it so your next car that you can't afford, it could be a better one. But little do they know, they're not getting a new car. They're not getting a new car. This is the car that you got. So if you don't like it, you don't play it, and which is fine, because as a consumer, you vote with your wallet. And if you don't like Rocksteady because they didn't make a game for you this time around, then you don't play the game. You go play someone else's. You take that $70 and you go to someone else and going, who wants my money? Did you make a game that I like? Here's my money. Did you make a game I didn't like? I'm not going to give you my money, but I'm going to shit talk you until I'm blue in the face, and I'm not going to go play this game because I'm going to sit here and make sure that I talk shit about this game until it's dead in the water. What? So ridiculous. The PC community will also likely grow frustrated as a quite addition of the digital rights management at the DRM. Now, there's another topic. DRM. Like, get that shit out of here, man. I don't know why they keep doing this, and they don't say anything until it... Now, I find that worse than anything else. Okay? Now, which is a long controversial subject as players claim it negatively impacts performance, as reports of PC Gamer. Rocksteady added Denuvo to Suicide Squad Steam page just a week ahead of launch. Well, thank God it wasn't the day before. Okay. So it says, official previews of Suicide Squad were also largely critical, and IGN's own saying, once the fun story bits end, you're left with a much of less inspired combat system and open world. How would they know that, though? How would they know, based on what they played, once you're done with the story, they didn't play any of it? How would they know? That's a hell of an assumption. That's a hell of an assumption. So Travis, they added it's more of a way to stop piracy and whatnot. But what happens is on the consumer side with DRM, it makes the game run shittier. Okay, it makes it run shittier on the PC for people. People hate it. Hate it. Baron Gamer says, IGN for you, 30. Those guys don't know what they are doing. Double checking facts or some work before saying something that is not true. Like that what they just said here, right? I mean, they say it right here. Quote. Once the fun story bits end, you're left with much less inspired combat system on the open world that's filled with tedious tasks. But how do they know? They might be 100% correct. They might be 1,000% correct. But how do they know? They are literally quoting this from their own video from Destin. How does he know? He didn't play it. Right, Eclipse. Now, the DRM, that's horrible. Right, Gamer? I played 10.5 hours when I played it. Right? That's not including the 45 minutes I just played before. I don't know. How can I play if 6 more hours than he did, and yet he knows how the end game is going to be? Now, again, he could 100% be correct with his guess, but to say that's what it is, that's pretty shitty. Does it say on these articles Does it say like opinion piece anywhere? No. Right? It doesn't say opinion piece anymore. Not a showcase, it's state of play. Oh right, I got sidetracked. State of play, 5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I won't be live. And that's at January 31st, which is that's what, Wednesday? Yeah, I won't be live then. I gotta take the kid to swim practice and stuff. Superhero deaths are leaking, guys. Here's the thing, though, Gamer. Is anybody surprised? Like, nobody actually put anything in chat, but to say that the game is called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So is anyone surprised? It seems clear about the bias and hate towards the game. If people can buy good reviews, good opposing companies can also pay for bad press and competitors. My conspiracy mind at work. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else is paying for bad reviews. I'm just saying that a game company, again, I don't want to speak for IGN, but it would behoove them to be as fair as possible across the board, because they have like 17 million people that, you know, subscribe to them on their YouTube channel, right? You would want to be as fair as possible without leaning towards one side or the other. You just want to give information about the game. Hence why I like watching Force Gaming. Hence why I like to watch Skill Up. Hell, why I watch ACG. Like, those three, sometimes they're biased, okay? But for the most part, they give a fair comparison. I love ACG and I love Force Gaming because they don't give, like, scores. They just give their opinion and give you the mechanics. So, like, Force Gaming, we love watching his stuff, and ACGs. They'll be like, combat. And then they go through the combat. And then they go, and I really liked it. It's very smoothing, you know? And then at the end, they're like, this is a pass, this is a buy, this is a wait type of thing, right? And I love that, because it should be, because in our heads, if someone puts a score on something, that's it. That's it. Embracer bought all these companies and just laid them off. Well, Breezy, I know you're new in my channel, but I literally said that would happen with Embracer Group, right? I said people are worried about what Microsoft's doing. I said Embracer Group's buying all these companies, and they bought them to raise value, and they're gonna sell them off. Embracer Group's probably gonna try to sell and be eaten up. The how is the more spoiler for me. Flash gets a feather in the eye. Superman dies by shitting on the toilet. Like, does it matter? I mean, technically, that's all you got to do, right? Superman's got to shit, so you just wait for him to shit, and then you attack him on the toilet.
Hello, what have we
I appreciate
here?
the subscriber. Appreciate that. I think people are trying to spoil it because they're just trying to get that clicks. They're just trying to get the clicks. Superman equals Elvis confirmed. There you go. Had a blockage. You bake him some cookies laced with kryptonite. Done. Done deal. Evil Elvis for DLC characters. I mean, I'm in for it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Let's see. Nope. Nope. No, people just want to shit on things. That's it. You know what it's like? There's one cupcake left. And the person that goes to grab the cupcake, the other person grabs it and like licks it and then puts it back. Right? That's it. That's what those people are. Those people didn't want to eat the cupcake. They just wanted to lick the cupcake to contaminate it. That's it. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just talking about it. Like my question was earlier was, should game companies or reviewers get codes early or on the day everybody else gets it? Right? Because I think the people that are waiting for reviews hold back. And I think the people that want the game are going to buy it regardless. Right? They don't care about reviews. People that are buying it day one. Reviews or not, they're going to buy it. Everybody else is waiting back. So if the reviewers get it the same day as the actual people that want to get it, one, it's more competition, right? And the people that are waiting for it just wait. They wait. Double dip the chip. Can we get a contaminated cupcake emoji? I would have to work on that. Would I take one of like, should I make like Harley Quinn like licking a cupcake? A big tongue. I want a cupcake. You just want a tongue on a cupcake. Got it. Like the Rolling Stones logo. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can come up with something. It probably won't be until this weekend though. Yeah, but reckon you don't have to worry about like, look, here's the thing. If we're out to dinner together, right? A whole bunch of group of people are together, and we're all looking at the menus, and I'm like, I'm gonna get the burger, and someone next to me goes, "Oh man, I was gonna get the burger too." I'm like, okay, you can still get the burger. Like just because I got the burger doesn't mean you have to not get the burger, right? Like eat your own food. Don't worry about the people that hate, right? My enjoyment is different than everybody else's enjoyment. If my best friend doesn't like a game, okay, I'm liking this game. That's it. As a person, don't click or read the negative stuff. Don't click on the video of the stuff. It's just as easy it is to click, it is to not click. All right. I'm going to bring up one of the okay. So what's one of your respect time thing they did for Suicide Squads? Is it the no FOMO? Is it that you can play solo? Is it that the missions are all playable? Solo, double, triple, quadruple? Is it the squad, what's it called? The squad, not squad talents. The hell is it they called? The squad, I can't think of it. My brain. You can bring in your squad members. They don't even have to play social squad. Thank you, Goober. Jesus. You know, ever since I had COVID, I always have this like blockade off where I lose track of what the hell I was saying. Amazing. I appreciate it. Sometimes I'm in the middle of talking and all of a sudden it goes completely gone. The answer is yes and yes. I think my favorite part of this entire thing is that you could take your guns. My favorite part is the guns. So if I find a gun that I really like using, I can continue using that gun months down the line, years down the line if the game goes on. And that's my favorite part that they've added to the game. Sorry, good Papa. If people are trying to make the hate something, I'll just eat it and over exaggerate how much I'm enjoying the meal. Oh, so you're eating the burger. You're like, oh man, this is so good. Oh my God, this burger is so good. That's what you do. I'm not sure if it's a feature or a bug in the alpha, but you're able to have two of the same character in the online squad. Oh yeah. You can have all of your characters. So if I want to grab, that's another cool feature. So if I want to grab your Harley Quinn and Goober's Harley Quinn and Titan's Harley Quinn, and I'm using Harley Quinn, I can have an all squad of Harley Quinns, right? That's not a glitch. That's exactly how it's made. They said that it'll be a little weird though. Like during the cutscenes, it'll be all four of the characters, but when you're playing, you would just see your characters, right? And then when you go to a cutscene, you would see all like Boomerang, Shark, Deadshot, and Harley. That's not a glitch. That's how it's supposed to be. Waiting for something broken. We're all four same characters. Oh, I'm sure it'll happen. But at the same time, Titan, if it's broken for, let's say, the normal difficulty level, as you go to mastery level and then go to, what was it called? Metropolis threat level or whatever it was. Like, you can go up even harder. It might not be as good. And then you have to build up your build again to try to make it even better. I'll load even more now. Waiting for tonight to launch early access in the US. Hopefully they fix it by then. I like the new boss fights as well. 2 episodes that they're coming out with. And I like that there's no FOMO for the battle pass. So is it only PlayStation players? No, Chaotic. It's everybody. Everybody has no servers right now. They shut down the complete game. But it was because of, not the players in general, but because of the system. Some people on the PlayStation were unlocking everything. It was like a glitch or something, so they had to shut everything down. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, doesn't matter. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that with the Dragon Dogma system. I never played Dragon's Dogma. I watched a couple videos of it. And it seems pretty cool. All right. This is what's going to happen, because I usually log out by this time. And I do appreciate everyone coming by and hanging out with us. Great turnout today. I appreciate you very much. We're done for the morning stream. We'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. I will be playing Suicide Squad as long as the servers are up. If not, we'll be playing Pal World in place of it. But other than that, I do appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out with us. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for getting me to 2,000 subscribers this morning. We do appreciate you for that. We do lots of different content up here. We do uploads, we do live streams, we do podcasts. So make sure you check out all the content that we do. Give it a like, give it a sub. And if you'd like to go above and beyond it, become a member as little as $5. We appreciate you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.